getting insider access to your favorite Gopher student athlete, exclusive events, behind-the-scenes content, and unique experiences that bring you closer than ever. That's what you get as a member of Dinkytown Athletes. With memberships starting at just $10 a month, every membership directly supports Gopher student athletes through NIL opportunities, helping them grow on campus and beyond. Take your fan experience to the next level. Visit DinkytownAthletes.com today.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Are you looking for concert or sports tickets? As a local Minnesota company, Ticket King is a company you can trust. They have seats to fit every budget and even offer parking or tailgating passes, and all tickets are guaranteed. Each order is personally attended to by one of our dedicated customer service representatives who are committed to providing you with a courteous, professional, quick, convenient experience. Visit us at TicketKingOnline.com or call us directly at 612-341-4131.
Welcome back to our Launchpad Golf pregame show. Minnesota and Penn State here from University Park, Pennsylvania. Mike Grimm and Al Nolan with you. And interesting place to play yearly, Al. There's times where the Gophers have been here. The crowd's been big. People have been excited. There were a few years here where Penn State, was contending. Micah Shrewsbury, Pat Chambers had it going. Mike Rhodes has gone young here. They've struggled. They're 0-10. Not a huge crowd. You've played in this building when the crowd's not huge, and it seems counterintuitive, but sometimes that makes it an even harder challenge at times.
Yeah, you definitely try to get that energy up, but one of the things they're not going to have to worry about is it being overly loud and intimidating. But they're going to definitely have to come out here and take care of business, like Coach Medved was talking about this team, Penn State team being extremely scrappy, and they know the Gophers, have kind of been on a skid, so, they're chomping at the bite. It's like, hey, we want to beat these guys.
Do you have to kind of almost create your own energy, too, in a game like this?
Exactly. That's one of the scenarios you have to do. You have to create your own energy because you're not going to get it from a hostile environment necessarily here at Penn State.
Another quick question. Cade Tyson back is a world of difference. Even if he doesn't score his usual 20, it's it's another shooter that they have to honor defensively, because I think if you watch some of that Wisconsin game, they were able to sag off a few guys, and they're not sagging off of Cade Tyson. Yeah,
it's a shooter. It's a senior leader. He's going to take, going to be a lot of eyes on him. I'm sure Penn State has game planned around him being back. Depending on how healthy he is and how his ankles, is feeling, we'll be able to see in the first few minutes. And then also, Coach Medved talked about them, going on skids and not being able to score. He's definitely a guy that you can go to. He's going to get a bucket for you. Going to get to the free throw line. So he's going to be huge for the Gophers to win this game.
All right, let's take our break. We'll come back. We'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip. We're in Happy Valley, Minnesota at 10 and 11, Penn State at 9 and 12. Stay with us from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last two, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Know what the happiest bird is? Chicken. Cub fried chicken. Wait, let me rephrase that. Know what bird makes people happiest? Cub fried chicken.
Crispy, crunchy, juicy, perfectly seasoned. It's the kind of chicken that disappears faster than you can say, 8-piece, please. Or, let's be real, maybe 12-piece. Because when it comes to fried chicken, more just means more happy. So if you're shopping chicken, shop Cub fried chicken and shop happy.
This has been the Launchpad Golf pregame show on the Gophers Sports Network from Learfield. Now, turn it up. It's game time.
Going right, takes it right into the paint. Up, yes, and a foul. Anderson layup for the lead. No! The throwdown dunk, and the Gophers have the lead.
Gopher basketball is brought to you by Minnesota Lottery. If you're game for a little excitement, just say, I'm in. Now, here's the voice of the Gophers, Mike Grimm.
We're ready for the starting lineups, Minnesota and Penn State. That has been the Launchpad Golf pregame show. The starting lineup sponsored by your local Northland Ford dealer. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today. For the Golden Gophers, 10-11 overall, 3-7 in the Big Ten. Nico Medved in year one. He's 10-11 in Minneapolis. 13 years overall as a head coach, 232 and 183. Asama, Durkin, Reynolds, Tyson, and Crocker Johnson, the usual group. Good to see Cade Tyson back, the third leading scorer in the Big Ten. He missed the game Wednesday in Madison with a sprained ankle, 20.1 points per game. For the Penn State Nittany Lions, they have lost 8 straight games. They're 9-12 overall, 0-10 now in the Big Ten. Their head coach Mike Rhodes, year 3 here in Happy Valley, 41-44, 22 years overall as a head coach, 414 wins, 233 losses. And for Penn State, they will be without starting center freshman Ivan Urich. He has been listed as out of this game, or at least we think he's out. We know he's not starting. He's under the weather, not feeling well. We'll have to check to see if he's on the bench. We are under the impression he will not play. We know he's not starting. He's averaging 9 points and 5 rebounds. That is a hit to Penn State. They'll also be without Tibor Mirdic, a freshman from Slovenia, and they'll also be without Sasha Ciani, a junior from Slovenia, 6'9 and 6'10. Combined, they average about 7 points and 6 rebounds a game. They both missed the last game as well. So they're a little shorthanded, as are the Gophers, without their starters since November. Cade Mingo is their go-to guy, 14 points a game. He's a 6'3 freshman out of Farmingdale, New York. Last year was the number 34 ranked high school player in the country. Dominic Stewart is the off-guard, 6'5 sophomore out of Ocean Springs. He is averaging almost 7 a game. Eli Rice, transfer from Nebraska, in year 2 now at Penn State, a sophomore, 6'8, a wingman, 8.3 points a game. Josh Reed is a forward. He'll be playing center out of this starting lineup, moving to the 5. 6'8 senior out of Atlanta, transfer from Cincinnati, 9.7 points and 3.9 rebounds per game. And moving into the starting lineup, he has been their instant offense guy off the bench. In fact, he's their second leading scorer at 13.4 points per game. He's their leading scorer in Big Ten games only. Freddie Dillon, transfer from Tennessee, in year 2 now at Penn State. Fayetteville, North Carolina, a junior, averaging 13.4 a game. So he is now inserted into the starting lineup. Right now, let's give you 10 seconds for station identification. 10 seconds. This is the Gopher Sports Network. The officials, a veteran crew, we have DJ Karstensen, Edwin Young, and John Floyd. And that is the way it goes. Northland Ford brings you the starting lineup. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today. Gophers in their road maroons with the gold and the white trim, and the homestanding Penn State Nittany Lions in their home whites with the blue trim. Jalen Crocker-Johnson will tip it off. Al Nolan, you and I have a nice, sweet, literally, we're in a suite. It's a sweet seat, concourse level, great bird's eye view here.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
It's one of our favorite spots to come to do a game because ample space. Al doesn't have to sit right next to me. He likes the leg room over here, and we're ready to go. Penn State controls the tip, and we're underway. With the basketball is DeLeon, and he gives on the left wing to Rice. Top of the key for Stewart. Jab step back three from straight on. In and out, and the rebound comes off to Jalen Crocker-Johnson for Minnesota. We're 20 seconds in, and the Gophers again wearing that maroon road jersey. They were wearing their gold roads on Wednesday in Madison. Now to Langston Reynolds, left wing. Back cut, nothing there. Now to Osama. Kick back right. Here's a three from Jalen Crocker-Johnson. No good. Each team exchanging missed threes, and the rebound comes off to DeLeon. He'll give out front for Reed, and now back to Rice. The ball poked away, stolen away. The Gophers have a turnover. Here's Tyson on that ankle with a try to the basket. They're going to give him shots as he got hit, and he ricocheted off of that collision. Never did shoot. He kept the ball in his hand, but the intent was there. And that turnover not only helps the Gophers, but also helps the community. Federated Mutual Insurance Company donates $50 every time the Gophers force a turnover. That goes to big brothers, big sisters all season. At Federated Insurance, it's our business to protect yours. So the steal to Osama, the pass ahead to Tyson, he never could elevate as he got collided, or a collision there as he was trying to take it up. Free throw is no good, short, and we're still scoreless here. He'll have another. He's one of the top free throw shooters in the country in terms of attempts. He's second in attempts and first in makes in the Big Ten, even after missing the game on Wednesday.
Right, and you can even tell right there with that move, it's a little ginger, because you know he would have powered up and finished that for the and one, but he did the right thing by, making sure he's, preserving his ankle for the early game and kind of getting warmed up as he knocks down the second free throw.
So the first pickle out of the jar goes to Tyson on a free throw, 1-zip Minnesota. Yeah, I thought it looked like he didn't have that explosion either, but he didn't want to test it too much, and here's a shot straight on, and that's DeLeon with the bucket, and Penn State has a 1-point lead with that basket. We're a minute 10 in. Little full court token press here by Mingo. Osama brings it up wearing the headband, a white headband. He'll give out front, top of the key to Durkin. They work the perimeter now to Crocker-Johnson, who's 0 for 1 from 3. Now to Osama, to Durkin, driving the baseline, spins in, had it poked away on a pass attempt off of Penn State. With 10 to shoot, it'll be Minnesota basketball. Back to the previous possession, Crocker-Johnson missed the 3. He's 5 of 22 now in his last 3+ games from 3. He had a streak there where he was dialed in. Remember, starting that Illinois game was unbelievable, and this Gopher team would like to see him start banging some more. Here's a 3 from Osama, back iron, no. Deep rebound comes off to DeLeon. He'll bring it up into the offensive end, top of the key, right hand pass to Reed, way out front, and now off to Mingo, the leading scorer. Wearing that face guard, he broke his nose against Michigan, missed a couple of games. He has been back now, and then a little bailout foul as he lost his balance. That was a Shea Gilgeous-Alexander type play, as they're going to get Langston Reynolds. Not sure there was much contact there at all. He just fell down.
Yeah, and I like the matchup with Reynolds on Mingo, and Reynolds, one of the things Reynolds is going to have to do is, back up and, dare him to shoot over him first, and after he knocks down a couple jumpers, maybe press up on him, but for now, play him for the drive.
The game's meant to be played on your feet, but he fell to the deck and drew the cheap foul. Here's a pass into the corner. With the ball is Rice. Wants to go to work on Tyson, trying to keep him in front. Ball blocked and knocked away. Don't know if it'll be a turnover or a block attempt. Here come the Gophers down 1. It's Tyson driving in, coast to coast layup, good. Cade Tyson's got all 3 Minnesota points, and they lead it by 1, 3-2.
Yeah, great transition offense right there by the Gophers. Tyson was able to get the steal, got it up to Durkin, got it back, coming down the lane for the nice finish.
Running the floor was Tyson on that bum ankle. Here's a dribble drive by Mingo. Kick out. Jab step there. Trying to drive was Rice. Kicks into the corner to Stewart. Little stop and start move. Good job, Tyson. He looks good there. And here's the 3 from Rice that's good. Make that read that's good. He's a 28% three-point shooter, but he knocks down the corner triple there. And Penn State's up 2, 5-3. We're 2.5 minutes in. Gophers so far are 1 of 3 from the floor. That was the Tyson layup. 17-15 to go in the half. Oh, here's a good give and go, and the layup is there for Isaac Osama on a feed from Langston Reynolds, and we're deadlocked at 5.
Yeah, and that's what the Gophers are going to have to do. They're going to have to run their offense and really force this Penn State team to guard them, and right there, as they always do, caught somebody with a backdoor.
Here's a pass to Reed, who just hit the 3, working on Crocker-Johnson, wants to ISO him, goes up with a shot, lost it, got it back, layup good. could have potentially been a travel there. He just, I guess we're going to call that a shot attempt as he lost it on the way up, got it back, and got the bucket. 7-5. Penn State by 2. 16:40 to play first half. Gophers with that last play, the assist from Reynolds. They still lead the country in percentage of made baskets off of assists, 74%. They double Crocker Johnson, kick out to Tyson, left corner to Osama, driving with 4, with 3, pivots, tried to throw down low, bad pass, and it's stolen away by Rice. Probably should have taken the shot there from about 8 feet with about 4 on the shot clock. Here is Reed, who just hit back-to-back buckets, leans in, finds a cutting Stewart. His shot, no, and they're going to give him 2 shots. So Stewart will go to, make that DeLeon will go to the line. He's got 2 so far, and the lead is 2 for Penn State with free throws coming.
Yeah, and that's tough for Reynolds to get the early 2 and have to come out the game. But also on that other end, I like that they did get it down to Crocker Johnson. Penn State immediately came over to double team, so that's something the Gophers are going to have to look at, is getting it to him on the block, and he's either going to score or he's going to draw the double to find an open shot for his teammates.
Penn State with a 2-point lead, 7-5. Free throws here. First one is good. DeLeon with 3. The lead is 3. Reynolds with those 2 fouls comes out of the game. Coming into the game is Kai Shinholster, the first sub off the bench, brought to you by the Minnesota Lottery. Ready to get in the game? Just say, I'm in. Shinholster says he is in. Second one here to try to make it a 4-point game, and Freddie DeLeon does. He was highly ranked recruit 3 years ago. Went to Tennessee. He was a 4-star kid. Didn't play much there, and he's found a home here. 9-5, the lead for Penn State. 4 minutes in. Here's Tyson trying to post up Stewart. Back to the basket. He's doubled, spinning around the double team. Fadeaway 8-footer. No good. Caught the front rim. Shot clock reset. Offensive rebound. Crocker Johnson put back good. Jalen Crocker Johnson makes it 9-7 Penn State. Next stoppage will play will be our first media timeout. Shinholster trying to guard the freshman Mingo, who lost it. Good job by Shinholster, digging for the ball, and he stole it away. Another turnover. And here comes Minnesota, chance to tie or take the lead. Osama off of the screen, got into the paint, got in the air, and again, nothing to do. And he got it saved off of Mingo and off of Osama. And it will be Minnesota make that Penn State ball in the backcourt when we come back. 9-7 the score, 15-18 to play in this first half. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
When your home needs a hero, count on Hero Home Services to keep you safe and comfortable every season. Serving the Twin Cities for over 100 years, our team handles it all, from heating and cooling to plumbing and electrical. Whether you need a repair or maintenance, Hero is committed to providing exceptional home service. No shortcuts, just service backed by experience and ready when you need us most. Call Hero Home Services today at 612-238-3585.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Marsden is a full-service building maintenance provider servicing Gopher Nation since 1952. Marsden has job openings throughout the Twin Cities area and is seeking motivated team members to join our crew. If you have a valid Minnesota driver's license and a reliable vehicle, we want you. Earn over $15 an hour working a full-time cleaning route in your neighborhood. Marsden offers benefits and training and is an equal opportunity employer. If you want a great job with great pay, join our ever-expanding team of building maintenance professionals by visiting marsden.com or call 651-641-1717.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Hey, Gopher fans, turn to the experts at CenterPoint Energy for high-efficiency natural gas equipment rebates for your home and business. See why using natural gas is better for your budget and the environment. For more info, go to centerpointenergy.com/save energy. Welcome back. Penn State will have the ball coming out of the timeout with a 2-point lead, 9-7. 15 minutes, 18 seconds to go here in the first half. And Al Nolan, your impression here of the first 4:42.
The Gophers are going to have to wake it up a little bit, play with a little more energy, a little more, urgency, especially on the offensive end, to really force Penn State to work on the defensive end. As you see, Penn State is picking them up full court, trying to put a little bit of pressure on them, trying to control the tempo of this game. And Asama as well, he's going to have to wake up. He's going in deep right now, a little bit too deep without a decision. And like you talk about in that possession, he should have just pulled up with the shot clock running down on his last possession. He went in a little too deep, couldn't find anybody, left his feet, which is always a no-no for a point guard. So they're just going to have to pick up that energy and understand, just as bad as they want to get off the snide, Penn State wants to do the same thing and get their first Big Ten win.
Yeah, both teams probably looking at the other's struggles in terms of wins and losses recently, saying this is a great opportunity for us to feel a little better. With the ball and on the drive is DeLeon, elevates from the heart of the lane, shot from 12, no good. Nice rebound by Osman. Here come the Gophers. 5 minutes in with a chance to tie or take the lead. Tyson on the wing left, back to Osman, right of the arc out near that Penn State logo. Centers the ball, left-hand pass now to Durkin. Back to Osama, tried to drive, got cut off, and reversing to Durkin. Lob down low, good catch there by Crocker Johnson. Takes it up, shot blocked from behind by Stewart. And coming the other way, Shinholster nearly poked it away from Tunja. That's Meli Tunja, freshman out of Turkey. He'll drive in, pass it off, that is, to DeLeon, and he's got his 6th point of the night, and it's 11-7. Penn State, good offense there for the Nittany Lions in transition. A near steal. Here's Durkin. He'll shoot a 3. It's short. Rebound Tyson. Got his man in the air, goes up with a putback. Good. Cade Tyson now has 5 of Minnesota's 9, and it's 11-9 Penn State.
Yeah, and this might be one of those games as Penn State continues to kind of drive by the Gophers. You see them get into the 2-3 zone a little bit earlier.
Here's Mingo, a 3 that's off the mark. Rebound to Reed, though, offensive. He's going to try the putback attempt up over, and a whistle and a foul as he just fell down. Crocker Johnson on the foul call. His first, team's 3rd. Foul situation never good for the Gophers. 2 on Langston and now 1 on Crocker Johnson. Reed will go to the line. Subs coming in here for Penn State. We will see Mason Blackwood, a freshman out of Rochester, New York. 4-star recruit. Free throw good by Reed. Transfer has stepped up his game. 3 years at Cincinnati, never averaged more than 4.5 a game. At Penn State now averaging 9.7 points, and he's been really good of late. 5 straight double-digit games, averaging 13 a game in his last 5 games. Second one here for Reed. He's up to 6 already, and he hit them both. 4 free throw attempts for Penn State. They're 4 for 4. The lead is 4, 13-9. Reed will get a breather. Justin Hauser, who's playing now in just his 10th game. He was a 3-star kid, local kid, Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. When I say local, from the state of Pennsylvania. Now here's a full court press attempt as DeLeon harassing Osama, who brings it up against him as they clear out into the offensive end. Here's Shinholster. They run a little weave out front. Durkin now to Grayson Grove, who's in the game. Oh, and Grove had it stolen from behind, and it's DeLeon on a breakaway dunk. Slam dunk. DeLeon up to 8, and it's 15-9. The lead is 6. Osama was all alone, but Grove didn't see him and then got it stolen. On that last possession, Grove out front, right side to Osama, finds Tyson, open 3, right wing, no good, back iron, and the rebound comes off to Hauser. Hauser getting some minutes because Urich is out of the game. He's sick and not playing today. Now they get to Tunja, left side, Hauser. Now back and on the drive with the play is Rice into the corner. DeLeon a 3, no good. And the strong side rebound. Ooh, nearly stepping out was Grove. I don't know. He may have gotten that heel. Hopefully he kept it up. Wasn't called, and the Gophers come the other way down 6. Minnesota is 0 for 4 from 3. Here's a good cut by Durkin and a layup from Grove. Durkin's first points of the day, and it's 15-11. Good back cut there, Al.
Yeah, it was a great job right there. They really ran the play. Shinholster with a nice screen, kind of a flex screen for Durkin, and then Grayson Grove was able to find it. But the Gophers are going to have to get a little more pep in their step. They're going to have to bounce around. And I spoke about Osman. One of the things he does great is once he gets going, he gets to bouncing around and doing a lot of different things. So he's going to have to bring that energy to get these Gophers started.
Tunja finds DeLeon, who lost it out of bounds off of Minnesota, though, and with 9 to shoot, Penn State will inbound. Mingo back into the game. He got a bit of a breather there, and let's see who comes out. DeLeon will get a rest. Penn State short 3 guys, but they have enough. They play a bunch because they've got the 7 freshmen that they're rotating through, and certainly they're going to try to wear the Gophers, who are shorthanded again, down. Pass out front to Tunja with 4, with 3. Between the leg dribble, had it poked away, gets it back with 1, and a long 25-footer's no good. The rebound comes off to Grayson Grove. Minnesota with a chance to cut it to 2 or 1 here, trailing by 4. 8 minutes into the contest. Shinholster gives to Durkin, left side to Tyson. Tyson gives to Grove, right side Osama. Now to Durkin, open 3 from straight on. Got it! Bobby Durkin with 5 straight. First 3 of the night for Minnesota, and the lead is cut to 1. 15-14, big bucket there for Bobby Durkin.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going to continue to, shoot the shots where he left off against Wisconsin and knock them down, and we're going to need that from him.
Oh, and here's a drive and an off-balance jumper. Just kind of threw it up from the hip. Tunja makes it, and it's 17-14, the lead back to 3. 11:30 to go in the first half. Next stoppage of play will be our next media timeout. Durkin with a bounce to Grove, back to the basket, gives now to Tyson outside the 3-point stripe. Waits, finds Osama, open 3, right wing, short. Rebound tipped loose, and it comes to Hauser for Penn State. A lot of contact down there. It was a scrum for the football for the basketball. Now to Tunja, who just hit that off-balance jumper. 17-14 Penn State. Tunja lost it, got it back. Now to Hauser. One dribble, needs some help, and gives off to the freshman Mingo. Now back to Hauser, layup, good. Timeout, Nico Medved. Hauser got the bucket, and the lead back to 5, 19-14. Timeout on the floor, 10:57 to play in this first half. Penn State with a 5-point lead. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
This is Mike Grimm for Washburn-McCreevy Funeral Chapels and Cremation Services with 18 Twin Cities locations. Washburn-McCreevy is celebrating more than 165 years of serving Minnesota. When the time comes to remember a loved one and to celebrate life, let Washburn-McCreevy guide you. Go to washburnmccreevy.com to find out more. Since 1857, Washburn-McCreevy and the Golden Gophers, proud of the tradition they've established.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Are you looking for concert or sports tickets? As a local Minnesota company, Ticket King is a company you can trust. They have seats to fit every budget and even offer parking or tailgating passes, and all tickets are guaranteed. Each order is personally attended to by one of our dedicated customer service representatives who are committed to providing you with a courteous, professional, quick, convenient experience. Visit us at ticketkingonline.com or call us directly at 612-341-4131.
The holidays remind us of what matters most: family, love, and being together. At the Welshire Memory Care, residents and families share those moments every day, surrounded by compassionate care in a community that feels like home. As we celebrate this season, let's honor the dignity of our loved ones and cherish the joy they bring. From everyone at the Welshire, may your holidays be filled with peace, comfort, and lasting memories. The Welshire, where dignity, care, and joy live together.
Benefits over Pennsylvania every day.
Welcome back. Minnesota trailing Penn State 19-14 here in University Park. 5-point Penn State advantage. 10:57 to play in this first half. Penn State 7 of 14 from the line, and they're getting some points in the paint here so far. Some good action they're running.
Yeah, they're getting some easy buckets, in the paint, and it is some good action, but it's also some basic action. Like on this last one, it was just a basic screen on the sideline and, pocket pass for the layup, and then also just kind of taking the guys to the basket. But, I get it. You're flying ahead in time. It's Sunday, it's earlier game, but they're going to have to get into it. They're going to have to pick up their energy, and they're going to have to figure out whether that's knocking down threes, rebounding, playing defense, or getting out in transition. But they're going to have to figure out a way to get a little more pep in their step. We're used to the Gophers having a little more pep in their step, and once they get rolling, then they'll be able to continue with this Penn State team. But right now, Penn State is trying to jump all over them with the full court pressure and really just taking them to the basket and getting whatever they want.
Reynolds on the bench with the 2 fouls. Crocker Johnson with 1 foul stays on the bench as well. Little full court press here inbound to Osama. He's working against Mingo. It's a man press, so they bail out and allow Osama just to dribble up and break it himself. 18 to shoot now for Minnesota. Osama off 2 screens. Oh, and a moving screen on Tyson. They just couldn't wait to call it. And Tyson going over to DJ and saying, "What'd I do there?" And it'll be Penn State ball. 4 fouls in Minnesota, 1 on Penn State here so far. Out front with the basketball, Rice on the right wing. Driving in is Blackwood. Got into the paint, kicks back out for Reed. Reed with a left-hand dribble, working on Tyson. Pivots in, kick out. On the drive now, Tunja. Kicking to the freshman Mingo into the paint. Off-balance jumper, good. Caden Mingo's first bucket, and the lead is the largest of the afternoon, 21-14, a 7-point lead here for Penn State. 10-10 to play here in this first half. Osama in the backcourt. Gets it over half court, and now 20 to shoot. Midway point first half. Here's Durkin. Ball fake, gives to Grove, back to Durkin, wants to drive, picks up the dribble. Now to Tyson. Wide open 3, right wing. No good. Rebound comes off to Rice for Penn State. Up 7, they've got the ball. Tunji into the offensive end. They're 8 of 15 here, 53% so far. And now here's Blackwood, an open 3. That's no good. Rebound comes off to Durkin. Firing ahead to Tyson. It's a 1-on-1. Tyson takes it in. Off-balance shot. No, but he drew the foul, and he'll get free throws. And Mike Rhodes didn't like that call, but Mike Rhodes' team's been called for only 2 fouls so far.
Yeah, and I like that right there. Transition, Durkin getting that rebound and then finding K. Tyson running. And even on the last possession, in my mind, if Durkin gets any glimmer of light, he needs to let that thing go. He's been hot. He has a lot of points this game. He's got some cuts. He knocked down some threes. So he needs to be looking to get that ball up, because right now he's one of the only Gophers that's able to knock down the outside shot.
Tyson's free throw is all net. He's up to 6 points. The lead cut to 6. 21-15. Langston Reynolds back into the game. And Crocker Johnson will come in here if Tyson makes the free throw for Tyson. So with 2 fouls, they're going to roll the dice a little here with Reynolds. Osama will get a breather here. Tyson's next one is also all net. And now he will go to the bench with 7 points. And the lead has been cut to 5, 21-16, 9:37 to play here in the first half.
And I do like the substitution bringing back in Reynolds. However, he has to be careful of not to foul. Maybe they drop into a 2-3 zone. But I do like him change the pace at the point guard. Maybe he can pick the pace up, get to the rim.
And you called it. They are in a zone here. First possession in zone defense. Rice gives left wing to Blackwood. Freshman out of Rochester, New York. Step back 3 from straight on. Good against the zone. And that's certainly not how that zone is supposed to guard that. And the lead is 8, the largest, 24-16. 9-10 to play here in the first half. Grove back to the basket. Couple of dribbles. Gives to Shinholster in the right wing. Now mid-post baseline right. Crocker Johnson skipping a pass. Here's Durkin, a 3. Good. There he is. Staying hot. Bobby Durkin's got 8. And it's 24-19. The lead back to 5. 8:50 to go here in the half. De Leon back into the game. Gives to Mingo, that is. Stewart against this zone. Almost morphed into a 1-3-1 there for a moment. Now Stewart giving off to Reed. Now in the corner to De Leon. Hit the side of the backboard on a 3 attempt. Rebound taken by Shinholster. Here comes Reynolds for Minnesota. Has it on the wing left. Cross court to Crocker Johnson. They leave him open. This time he doesn't shoot. Now to Shinholster. And off to Reynolds at the logo out front. Now to Grove, back to the basket, right of the arc. Back to Reynolds with 15 on the shot clock. Gophers down 5. Pass down low, into traffic, got poked away, but right to Shinholster. Now 8 to shoot. Reynolds off of a screen, trying to get downhill, lost the ball. It will stay Minnesota ball with 4 to shoot. It'll be a corner inbound, tough inbound spot, but 4.3 on the shot clock. Tunja back in, and Eli Rice will come out for the Nittany Lions. Reynolds will actually be on the sideline near the corner, not the baseline to inbound. Holds the ball over his head, lobs it in for Grove. Grove's going to take it right at the basket. Kick out. Crocker Johnson, open 3, left wing. Back iron, no. Rebound tip, still loose, and it comes off to DeLeon for Penn State. He'll jog it up into the offensive end against his zone to Mingo. Left side Stewart, back to Mingo, top of the key. 7:47 to play first half. Minnesota down by 4. They led it early 1-0. They led it 3-2. Penn State's been out front since. Here's a drive by Mingo, finding back door. Tunja layup good. Tunja with 4, the lead back to 7, 26-19. Penn State now 10 of 19 from the floor. 7:25 to go here in the opening half. Gophers are 7 of 16, but 2 of 9 from 3. Durkin has both makes. He's got it now, gives to Reynolds. They sag off him. He won't take the 3. And now he'll give to Shinholster on the right wing. Nearly lost it. Being hounded there by Mingo. 5 to shoot for Durkin on the right wing. Comes off of a screen. NBA range 3 from straight on. No good. Hit the backboard, no rim. Stewart the rebound for Penn State. Stewart will stop and pop a 3. Back iron, no. Rebound tipped. Good job by Crocker Johnson to keep it alive. Gives to the loose ball. Comes to Reynolds. Finds Durkin. Left side Crocker Johnson. Open 3. In and out. He cannot find the range, but the rebound back tap to Durkin. Now to Reynolds. He's open. Second chance opportunity. Won't shoot. And now to Shinholster. To Durkin on the right wing. Minnesota now 2 of 11 from 3 in this first half. Crocker Johnson 0 for 4, and now away from the ball, a hold on Stewart. That will be his first and the team's third, and that brings us to our under 8-minute timeout. 6:30 to go in the first. Penn State leading by 7 from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Gopher men's hockey takes on the Ohio State Buckeyes at 3M Arena at Mariucci this weekend. For tickets and more info, go to gophersports.com.
Prairie Farms award-winning cottage cheese just got better. Introducing the Pro Pack Cottage Cheese Snack Cup. Now you can enjoy all the great taste and health benefits of Prairie Farms cottage cheese in a perfectly portioned cup. Packed with 12 grams of protein, low fat, and under 100 calories. Enjoy them for lunch, snack time, or as part of your favorite dishes. Look for them at your favorite grocery stores. Visit prairiefarms.com for cottage cheese recipes, coupons, and enter for a chance to win dairy prize packages.
The human heart. It doesn't take days off, or hours, minutes, or seconds for that matter. It just keeps beating in steadfast, unrelenting service to each of us. So when your heart needs medical care, doesn't it deserve the most advanced treatments available, delivered by nationally recognized physicians and surgeons? Show your heart some love. Take it to mHealth Fairview. Visit mhealthfairview.org/heartcare to learn more.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
Live from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball.
mHealth Fairview is Minnesota's home of the most top docs and was just recently recognized as having 4 of the top-ranked hospitals in the state. Visit mhealthfairview.org to learn about world-class care you deserve right in your backyard. Mike Grimm and Al Nolan with you from Happy Valley. Penn State leading 26-19. Bob Taylor is our on-site engineer. We want to thank Carson Wakeland and Cody Mackey for keeping us on the air as well. The Gophers a little sleepy here early on in Happy Valley.
Yeah, a little sleepy. Maybe they're going to have to wake it up. I do like what Bobby Durkin is doing. He was able to draw a foul. He cut real hard with purpose and, really sold the call when the defender impeded, his pass. So he's doing a good job of that. The Gophers are all going to have to continue to do that. You want to see Cade Tyson as well start to work off the cut, whether it be from the corner to the top of the key. You want to see him attack off the curls. One of the things I think Langston Reynolds can do now that, he sees that they're going to play him where they sag off is go set a, on the ball screen, whether it be for Osama, whether it be for Tyson, and then look to roll to that basket where he's really good at around the rim. But the Gophers are going to have to pick it up, but they've done a great job as well in transition. So if they are able to, secure the rebound, get a stop and secure a rebound, they're going to want to look to run before Penn State's able to set up their defense.
Tyson comes back in for Minnesota, and he's looked good on that ankle. He has 7 points so far. Tyson in. It'll be Minnesota ball with 20 on the shot clock. Gophers have their starting group in except for Durkin, who's going to get a bit of a breather here. Grove is in for him. Reynolds to pull the trigger, waiting, finds Tyson on the wing right, wants to drive, cut off, double team, now pivots out of the double team and gives to Crocker Johnson. One dribble out to Osama. Isaac out front, gives back to Crocker Johnson with 10 to shoot. Grove now top of the key. Waiting, needs somebody, and now gives to Osama, who has an open three from the left wing. It's short, and the rebound ricochets off the rim and straight out of bounds. And the Gophers icy from three-point range yet again, 2 of 12 now. 12 of their 19 shots have been threes, just 7 two-point shots, and now they're 5 of 7 from 2, but 2 of 12 from 3. And trail by 7. Penn State with a basketball. They have a similar path. They're 2 of 9 from 3 and 8 of 11 from 2. Here's Mingo into the paint. His 12-footer is no good. Rebound loose for Gophers, but yet it was Hauser who got it. Second chance out to Reed. A 3 good. Wow, 4 Gophers were there, and they knocked the ball out of each other's hands, and Hauser picked up the garbage, kicked out to Reed for the 3, and it's a 10-point lead. 29-19. 5.5 to go in the first. Grove gives right side to Tyson and nearly threw it away. Crocker Johnson comes up with it. Now to Osama. His 3 no good. Rebound to Reed. 1 and done for Minnesota. Now 2 of 13 from 3. Pass ahead. Shot blocked by Grayson Grove on a layup attempt by Mingo. And with that block, it's a block for Hunger. The Gophers are blocking Hunger. That's presented by Thrivent. Every time the Gophers have a block shot this season, Thrivent donates $25 to Second Harvest Heartland. Inbound for Hauser, the big 7-footer, and a whistle and a foul on Grove, trying to reach in and poke the ball away. For Grove, his first and the team's 5th for Minnesota. 22 to shoot. It'll be a sideline inbound here for the Penn State Nittany Lions.
Yeah, and the Gophers don't want to let this game get away too far away from them. We talked about Penn State, really putting it on, really playing close games with other top teams like Purdue and Michigan State, especially here at home. So the Gophers want to keep it close while they're ice cold, and in order to do that, they're going to have to get some stops on defensive end. Right now, their best offense looks to be trying to get some buckets in transition.
Crocker Johnson 0 for 4 from 3. Osama 0 for 3, and Tyson 0 for 2. Durkin is 2 for 4. He's the only 2 makes. Penn State with 12 to shoot. We approach the 5-minute mark. Out front, DeLeon. That up in the air, may have carried, no call. 14-footer good, and it's a 12-point lead. It looked like he was going to shoot the 3, kind of held the ball there for a moment. Osama jumped to block the shot, and then he got beat, but I don't blame Isaac there. I think that's a carry. I know they don't call it anymore, but that was pretty close. 31-19, Minnesota trailing here by a dozen. Here's a back cut. Durkin goes up with a shot. Layup good. He's in double figures now. He's got 10, and the Gophers needed that bucket, and they're so good right now from 2. They've been settling for 3s. 4.5 minutes to go in the half. Minnesota down by 10. On the wing right, this is Mingo. Mingo driving on Reynolds. Lost his footing. That time it is not called. Reynolds gets the steal. Ahead for Tyson. His shot, no good. Everything but the bucket, but he drew the foul from DeLeon. Good thing they didn't call it either, because that would have been the 3rd on Reynolds. Mike Rhodes asking why it wasn't a foul, and the foul was not a foul because your guy just fell down.
Yeah, great job right there. Reynolds really moved his feet. Mingo was able to come up with the steal, and then he made that advanced pass to get out to Tyson, as Tyson's been running the floor really hard. So the Gophers are going to have to continue to do that. Once they get stops, they need to look to advance that ball and try to, score in the broken floor.
Don't know what your thought is, the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander stuff. You're seeing freshmen in college now use it. That's just exactly what that is. I hate it because I just think it's not basketball.
Yeah,
like you can't, like you're playing your feet. He's a Division I athlete. You don't have to fall down on no contact just to try to draw a foul. Like you're in the wrong league if you're going to do that. Go play somewhere and learn to play on your feet before you play in the Big Ten, right?
I hear you.
Free throw by Tyson is good, and the lead. He's too good for that. Just go score the basket or not, right? 31-23. The lead is 8. But it's not his fault. He's watching NBA guys do it and get rewarded for it, so that's what he's trying. Here is Rice. Gives on the wing for Mingo. Mingo gives to Reed out front. High dribble there by Tonga. Works into the paint. Spinning. Fade away. Good move. The shot gets the friendly hometown roll. And Tunja is up to 6. And it's back to 10. 33-23. 3:30 to play here in the first half. Here's Tyson, an open three from the left wing, no good. And Mingo the rebound. Gophers now 2 of 14 from 3. Mingo to the free throw line. Kick out Reed. Straight on 3. Good. 13-point lead. Josh Reed in double figures with 13. And it's 36-23. Largest lead of the day right now for Penn State. 3:10 to go in the half. 2 years ago, the Gophers trailed by 14 at the half and came back to win. Might have to be a similar path today. Here's a 3 by Crocker Johnson that's no good. Rebound tip. Mingo has it. And here comes Penn State. Gophers cannot buy a 3. Mingo into the paint. Spinning shot blocked by Crocker Johnson. Out of bounds off of him. And we're at our under 4-minute timeout. Minnesota 2 of 15 from 3. And 6 of 8 from 2, and they trail it by 13. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Know what happy is? Veggies. Crunchy, crispy, colorful, seasonal, aromatic, juicy veggies. Produce at its freshest. Cub produce. Best produce, period. Guaranteed to make you happy or will replace it. No questions asked. Because good produce makes veggie lovers happy. Just remember, fresh, happy. Stale, limp, and wilted, not happy. You want to make a veggie lover happy? Shop Cub for produce. And shop happy.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Domino's carryout deal means you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each when you order online or by phone. Just in case there's any confusion, we've even set up a helpful website to confirm if today is a day you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each. Just go to howaboutoday.com to find out if Domino's carryout deal is valid today. Spoiler alert, it is. Carryout only. Ask for this offer. Availability and charges may vary. Size availability varies by crust type. Excludes XL and specialty. Your local store may charge extra for some toppings and sauces.
Know what the happiest bird is? Chicken. Cub fried chicken. Wait, let me rephrase that. Know what bird makes people happiest? Cub fried chicken.
Crispy, crunchy, juicy, perfectly seasoned. It's the kind of chicken that disappears faster than you can say, 8-piece, please.
Or, let's be real,
maybe 12-piece.
Because when it comes to fried chicken, more just means more happy. So if you're shopping chicken, shop Cub fried chicken and shop happy.
.249 to play. Welcome back to the Federated Insurance broadcast booth here. State College, Pennsylvania, University Park specific. 36-23 Penn State, and Al Nolan, Kai Shinholster coming back in. Gophers can't buy one from 3. 0 for 5 for Crocker Johnson. 0 for 3 for both Osama and Tyson. And Durkin is 2 for 4. He's got the only 2 makes, or 2 of 15 from 3.
Yeah, and that happens, but typically if they can't buy anything from 3, their defense is on point. And right now their defense isn't on point. And Coach Veve talked about it with you in the pregame, is that Penn State can't want this game more than the Gophers. And right now it looks that way. And you can tell, he's really not really feeling the Gophers right now and how they're playing in their effort that they're showing. So they're going to have to figure out a way to get their feet out of the mud and get going and get some easy buckets and get themselves, riled up, to bring the energy to match Penn State's.
Gophers with the starting group in the game. Inbound to Reed. Backdoor cut to Stewart. Shot no good. Partially blocked by Tyson. Contact, no whistle. And here comes Minnesota. Durkin the rebound. Ahead to Reynolds. Back to Durkin. He has the only 2 threes for Minnesota. Now to Tyson. Gophers down 13. And holds the ball over his head, Osman. Now to Crocker Johnson, right wing Durkin. Back out front to Crocker Johnson. Puts it on the floor, finds Reynolds. They leave him wide open, so he'll launch a 3. It's good. How about that? Langston Reynolds, 20% three-point shooter. He's the guy that gets the lid off, and they lead back to 10, 36-26.
Yeah, they need somebody to do it. He's been working really hard in pregame on that three-point shot, so it's beautiful to see it go in for him.
Here's the shot, no good. That's Tunja, and a rebound to Crocker Johnson. Ahead to Reynolds. Finds a trailing Crocker Johnson. Now off to Durkin left side. Back to Reynolds. This time they guard him a little more closely. Now to Durkin. Off to Osama. Baseline drive left. Single team kick out Reynolds. Now to Tyson. Has to reach back to make the catch, and now trying to drive. Backing down his man Stewart. Spins. Got up in the air. Kicks it off. Reynolds. Another 3. Same spot. Same result. Back-to-back threes for Reynolds. He had 5 all year, and he's got 2 in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And the lead 7. 36-29.
And you can see now the pep and Reynolds step has picked up, and the Gophers are going to need that from him. So he's energized now after knocking down those 2 threes.
Gophers in a man-to-man. Here's Reed to try to answer, and he does. Josh Reed, he's got 4 first-half threes. He was 28% coming in, and he's up to 16, make it 13 first-half points. Lead back to 10, 39-29. Here's a pass to Tyson, and he got fouled, and now they're going to want an elbow review here, as Tyson, when he went to get it, was shielding, warding off Stewart, who gets whistled for the foul. And Al, we won't even try to assess if this is going to be a foul or not. They're going to review it. We have been less than 50%. We think we understand the rule. We just don't understand sometimes how it's interpreted. I think that's probably going to go on Tyson.
It possibly could, because he did hold him off pretty nicely. But like you said, we don't know.
We don't know.
You know, they enforce it sometimes they don't. I think it's kind of at their discretion at this point.
Like we had always thought that the rule was a non-basketball play, contact to the head. And they just announced it's under review. But that hasn't been the case. Like, what was that 2 games ago, Nebraska game? Tyson, on a similar play, on an inbound, got smacked right in the face. That was Sanford.
Yep.
Right?
Elbowed him right in the temple.
Yeah, right in the side of the face. And they said, no, just, common foul. Actually, they didn't even call a foul, right? There was nothing to it. And they're going to look here. And that was a quick review. So we don't know. Nothing would surprise us here. They did not take very long, though, and now the 3 guys are standing at half court discussing what they want to implement here. If it stands as a common foul on Stewart, it will be 2 shots here it'll be an inbound, right? That was not on a shot. Penn State with 4 fouls, so it won't be a shooting situation either way. But they can add a foul here to Tyson, and that would result in free throws for Penn State. The Nittany Lions leading by 10, 39-29. We have 1:10 to go here in the first half. We referenced that game 2 years ago. The Gophers were down 14 at the half and then came back and put a blitz on in the second half, scoring 52 points and got a win here, 83-74. In fact, they've won 2 in a row here in this building. Now, Karstensen going to talk to Nico.
So are you bullish or bearish or over or under? What you thinking?
I think they'll call this a flagrant.
Think so?
Yeah. Because it's only reason it's a long explanation here for Nico, and he does not look happy with it. And so Penn State's going to get free throws out of this, it looks like. We'll wait for the official announcement here. So both fouls, the foul stays on Stewart, but it's a flagrant on Tyson. And for Tyson, that's his 2nd foul. And it will be free throws here for Penn State. And as we said, we're just not sure. The interpretations go back and forth. There's really nothing different from that play to the one that Tyson took one to the temple against Nebraska, but it's three different guys that are interpreting.
I thought Tyson was a little more aggressive and less of a basketball play right there. Tyson was basically trying to fend the defender off and post up, and I can understand them calling what they called, but like you talked about, there's really no consistency with the call.
Free throw, first one good, second one also good for Stewart. And it will be Penn State ball. Tyson goes out with the 2 fouls. They don't want to get him a third here. Grove in. So that not only gives Penn State the 2 free throws, but they get the possession because of the flagrant. Remember, if it had just stayed a common foul, Minnesota would not have given up the 2 free throws here, and they would have had the ball. So that was that could be a 4 or 5 point swing here. Nico said in the pregame that the Big Ten head of officials told him that the Carrington 4-point play should not have happened. He definitely kicked his leg out, but the officials missed that one in Madison as well. So I don't think Nico's real thrilled with any of the stuff going on right now in the Big Ten. 12-point lead here. Penn State the ball. 10 to shoot. Driving into the paint. Mingo shot up. Blocked by Grove, and a good job. A two-handed volleyball block. Got the block and the rebound. And here comes Minnesota. 40 seconds. They can get a 2-for-1 if they get a shot quickly here. They will not. It's Osimo needing some help and gives to Crocker Johnson. Gophers trailing by 12. First half action from Happy Valley. Grove with it out front. Waits with 10 to shoot. Now to Durkin. Durkin to Osimo. Open 3, right wing, short. Rebound tipped and a foul on the deck. That will be on Penn State. Crocker Johnson going for the rebound. And Minnesota is now 4 of 18 from 3, 4 of 19 as they add that one. Reynolds had those back-to-back. Reynolds and Tyson both were on the bench there with the 2 fouls. Tyson comes in here, and Grove will come out. And now there's some confusion as to where the inbound spot will be for Minnesota. And now Edwin Young, the official, going to the scorer's table to make sure all the subs are right. He gives the thumbs up. And Tyson comes back in here offensively to give them an option on the inbound here. 20 on the shot clock. So in essence now, the shot clock about a 1-second difference. So Minnesota can hold for 1 here, down by 12. Osimo out at the logo with 15, with 14, now 13. Waiting. Tyson trying to come set the screen. And he does. He fades off the screen. Osimo takes it right to the window. Layup good. Osimo has 4. The lead is 10. And here's a 3/4 court shot by Reed that hit the backboard and is no good. And Minnesota will go to the locker room down by 10. 41-31. The Gophers this year, when trailing at the half, just 1-6. The halftime show is presented by Minnesota Corn. It's coming up. We'll have a summary of the first half. We'll look at scores across the Big Ten. And Al Nolan and I will break it down from Happy Valley. It's all straight ahead. Gophers trailing the Nittany Lions 41-31 from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
You depend on CenterPoint Energy to deliver energy for what matters most to you, your neighbors, and throughout the land of 10,000 lakes, so we can all make a better tomorrow. That's why we're investing in the latest technology to reduce emissions, offer rebates on qualifying energy-efficient natural gas equipment, and provide energy-saving programs that help save you money. Look ahead at centerpointenergy.com/futuremn.
I'm Clay Geary, former wide receiver for the Minnesota Gophers.
And I'm Ben Utek, U of M alumni, Super Bowl champion, and Tony Dungy Uncommon Award winner.
We understand championship culture, which is why we are part of the True North family of companies.
True North invests in only elite teams, like the champion team at True North Mergers and Acquisitions, Minnesota's largest seller of companies. To learn more about True North and our diverse family of independently owned companies, visit thetruenorthfamily.com.
Beats, bites, and big plays start here. Mystic Lake's Hop House is now open. Turn up the volume with live music every weekend. Savor all-star flavors that bring the heat, surrounded by wall-to-wall game day action. Legendary nights are on tap at the Twin Cities' newest sports bar and live music destination, Hop House. Now open at Mystic Lake Casino Hotel, proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics. Details at mysticlake.com.
Hey, it's Guardsy. Affinity Plus is once again showing their love to Gopher fans leading up to Valentine's Day this year. From February 1st through the 14th, you can register daily for your chance to win $3,000 worth of awesome prizes. Every day features a new prize up for grabs, including Gopher basketball and hockey tickets, concert tickets at the Fillmore, gift cards, and a lot more. Visit gophersports.com/Affinity Plus each day, February 1st through the 14th. That's your chance to win a new prize. Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics, federally insured by NCAA.
Gopher Basketball is brought to you by Washburn-McCreevy Funeral Chapels, proud supporter of Golden Gopher Basketball. Welcome to the Gopher Halftime Show, presented by Minnesota Corn Growers Association on the Gopher Sports Network from Learfield. Committed to innovation and community. That's Minnesota Corn. Learn more at mncorn.org.
Gophers with some work to do here at half. They trail at 41-31. Mike Grimm and Al Nolan with you here. Gopher Halftime is sponsored by MN Corn. It's time for our first half summary. It's brought to you by M Health Fairview, home to the #1 hospital in the Twin Cities and 2 others in the top 10, according to U.S. News and World Report. For top-tier care, visit mhealthfairview.org. For Minnesota, Bobby Durkin leads the way. Second straight game, he's been the leading scorer at halftime. He has been on a roll of late. He had 20 against Wisconsin, a season-high 16 the game before against Northwestern, 10 today. Cade Tyson with 9, a good first half for him playing on that sore ankle. 4 points for Isaac Osama, 6 points for Langston Reynolds on a pair of back-to-back threes, and 2 points for Crocker Johnson. Grove and Shinholster both played but did not score in that first half. The Gophers playing 7. Several in double figures here, 2 in fact in double figures. Reed with 16, DeLeon with 13, 6 points for Tunja, 2 for Mingo, 2 for Stewart, 2 for Hauser. Rice scoreless and Blackwood scoreless for Penn State, leading at 41-31. M Health Fairview brings us our first half summary. We'll get Al Nolan's thoughts on this first half and have a scoreboard update. That is all straight ahead. Gophers trailing by 10. This is Golden Gopher Basketball from Learfield.
Gopher fans, this is Mike Grimm. As a business owner, you understand the importance of protecting your reputation, workplace, employees, and financial assets. Our team is ready to help yours by creating a custom lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management services to help you stay at the top of your game. Contact your local Federated representative for more information. Federated Insurance. It's our business to protect yours. Proud partner of Golden Gopher Athletics.
Playing the Minnesota Lottery is a great way to add some win to your winter. Because while it's long, winter should be fun. And it's the everyday moments that help us through winter. A hot chocolate waiting when we come inside. An extra set of gloves. A fluffy new winter hat. So win this winter by picking up winter scratch games from the Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher Basketball from Learfield.
Hey Gopher fans, True Stone Financial is proud to present Coming Home. This year we'll once again welcome some of the greatest Gopher student athletes back to campus. It's the homecoming we can all celebrate thanks to your neighborhood credit union, True Stone Financial. From unforgettable plays to championship victories, these alumni have left an indelible mark on Gopher athletics. To learn more, visit gophersports.com/cominghome. True Stone Financial, proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics.
This is Mike Grimm for Washburn-McCreevy. 5 generations proudly serving the Twin Cities with distinct funeral and cremation services for over 165 years. Everyone at Washburn-McCreevy wishes new head coach Nico Medved and the Golden Gophers good luck this basketball season. Family owned and family operated since 1857, you can visit washburnmccreevy.com. Washburn-McCreevy and the Golden Gophers, proud of the tradition they've established.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Minnesota. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Welcome back. Gopher halftime presented by Minnesota Corn. The Golden Gophers trailing at Penn State 41-31, a pair of desperate teams. But Al Nolan, Penn State looked to be the more desperate team in terms of what they were able to do in that first half.
Yeah, not only that, but they're also playing well. And I know I talked about it early in the pregame about, not really worrying about them shooting threes, averaging 7. Well, they've already hit 5 in the first half, 5 of 12. Shooting, 43%, which is, Penn State isn't really known for shooting 3, so they're playing really well shooting it from the 3-point line. But also they're getting, too many buckets, too many layups, getting their feet in the paint, and that's creating, chaos for the Gophers to run around, which is why Penn State is able to get these wide open threes, but they just need to do a better job of playing defense. And we've known the Gophers to come out cold sometimes, but however, they've been able to, pick it up on the defensive end and get transition baskets. Right now, they're not able to pick it up on the defensive end. They're not able to get any stops or any kills, as Dave Thorson would call it. And happy birthday shout out to him.
Yeah.
But they got to do a better job on defense. Their defense has really been their engine, their energy. That's where it comes from. And then they've been able to get in transition. Then K. Tyson can get lost at the 3-point line. Bobby Durkin can get lost at the 3-point line. Langston Reynolds can find his way to the basket and get some layups. So the Gophers are going to have to adjust, but only being down 10 points and playing a half like that they did against Penn State, they should be happy with it because they could easily be down 15.
Yeah, they kept it within shouting distance. I don't know if there's concern, but back-to-back halves now, they gave up 50 in the second half in Madison, 41 here. You combine that's a 91-point night. They have only, been allowing 68. So they got to figure something out, as you mentioned here on defense. Another half like that, and they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, and even when Coach Medved jumped into the 2-3 zone, they still were giving up, wide open threes and still allowing Penn State to get penetrating drives. So, something's got to change in the second half, and I mainly think it's just their energy. And then, some of their key guys Reynolds getting into foul trouble early, Coach having to bring Crocker Johnson to the bench with 1 foul and, just precaution. So coming out, those guys are going to have some energy, maybe look for Jalen Crocker Johnson to get it down on the block a little bit more. He can draw the double team, or he can try to get an easy bucket or get to the free throw line to get himself going because, like you said, he hasn't been shooting it too well from 3, but that can change in a half. So Gophers just have some things to work on, but mainly in my mind is just their energy and moving their feet on defense.
Awesome. Crocker Johnson and Tyson combining 0 for 12 from 3. That's an outlier. You hope that in the second half a few of those from those guys start dropping too.
Yeah, I do. And one thing too with Osama as well, running that point guard, you can see him at times where it looks like he's not necessarily going through the motion, but he's not as bouncy as you like him to be. And after he hits a couple shots or get a couple steals or some blocks, you see him turn it up. He's done that against Ohio State. He did that against Wisconsin a couple different ways. So he's going to have to figure out how to get himself going, because once he gets the offense flowing where he's bouncing around and making passes and getting them running smoothly, the offense looks a lot better and guys are moving a lot more fluidly.
All right, he is Al Nolan. Right now, let's give you 10 seconds for station identification all across the great state of Minnesota and the entire upper Midwest. 10 seconds. This is the Gopher Sports Network. We'll have a scoreboard update, and we'll hear from one of the Gopher assistant coaches when we come back. Gophers trail by 10, 41-31. MN Corn brings you the halftime show, and this is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Gopher fans, this is Mike Grimm. As a business owner, you understand the importance of protecting your reputation, workplace, employees, and financial assets. Our team is ready to help yours by creating a custom lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management services to help you stay at the top of your game. Contact your local Federated representative for more information. Federated Insurance. It's our business to protect yours. Proud partner of Golden Gopher Athletics.
Know what happy is? Veggies. Crunchy, crispy, colorful, seasonal, aromatic, juicy veggies. Produce at its freshest. Cub produce. Best produce, period. Guaranteed to make you happy or will replace it. No questions asked. Because good produce makes veggie lovers happy. Just remember, fresh, happy. Stale, limp, and wilted, not happy. You want to make a veggie lover happy? Shop Cub for produce and shop happy.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
You can guarantee yourself a Minnesota Maroon and Gold win when you sell your business with True North Mergers and Acquisitions. True North M&A is a local alumni-owned company and a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics. True North M&A provides brokerage services to small businesses as well as mergers and acquisition services to companies up to $250 million in revenue. Are you thinking about selling? True North M&A helps you maximize your life's work. Visit tnma.com for a confidential conversation. Minnesota's largest seller of companies. That's tnma.com.
Do you know how plastic bottles become shirts, shoes, or backpacks? What happens when your recyclables leave your curb? Can they really become something new? Visit WM.com to learn how WM helps turn your plastic bottles into everyday products, giving materials a second life. WM has the recycling infrastructure, innovation, and expertise to serve our Twin Cities community and care for our planet. The recycling process starts and ends with you. Visit WM.com to learn more.
Welcome back. Gopher halftime rolls on, sponsored by MN Corn. Gophers trailing here by 10, 41-31. Assistant Coach Brian Cooley joins us courtside. Coach, what's the message here for the team at the break?
Message, we just weren't quite ready to play. It is very, our team, every game in the Big Ten slate, we've been ready to play for whatever reason. We didn't have the edge, particularly on the defensive end, and it kind of showed up on both ends. We needed to play with more force, more of an edge, and just be more stingy.
Yeah, Coach, and moving forward, I know you've been switching out of the 2-3 zone and man-to-man. Is that something you're going to continue to do to try to focus?
Yeah, we will. You know, their big fella hit 4 threes. He came in not shooting the ball well, and obviously that threw us for a loop. And so we may start switching some of the ball screens and switching just some of our defense. But, yeah, we'll continue to go back and forth. But, we're telling our guys, like, late clock, the play after play is going to be one-on-one. So guard the ball one-on-one, gap reads, gap decisions, and all those, just the basics, just the basics of defense. We got to be really good in those areas.
And you got to figure a few of the threes you guys are shooting are going to start falling.
Yeah, we just got to keep taking good shots. And we made good good offense plays, good decisions, good shots, and that's what we just got to continue to do because they will fall.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Brian Cooley, assistant coach with us here courtside. 41-31, Penn State the lead. That's part of our official scoreboard brought to you by Cub, the official grocer of Gopher Athletics. 3 other games in the Big Ten, one just about final in Maryland. Number 12 Purdue, you knew they'd be a little nasty having lost back-to-back games. They're beating Maryland 85-61. That game was a 30-plus point deficit earlier in the half. Later on, number 9 Illinois is at number 5 Nebraska, and Iowa plays at Oregon. No Monday night basketball. Big Ten slate gets back going on Tuesday. Rutgers at UCLA, Indiana at USC as those 2 teams complete that West Coast swing. Gopher women about to tip off. I want to wish them good luck as they try to extend their winning streak. They have Purdue at home at Williams Arena. A tip-off here in, about right now, in fact. So if you are interested, that game on some of these Gopher Radio Network stations and on the iHeart app in the Twin Cities and the Varsity Network app as well. Well, Al, Brian Cooley sounded a lot like you when I asked. Defense is the driver here.
Yeah, and I agree with Coach Cooley. And I like what he said about, Josh Reed on Penn State. I mean, he's only shooting 28% from 3. He's only made 14 threes all year, and he's come out in the first half and is 4 for 4. So, of course, that pair with the Gophers, not having their best defensive performance in the first half is, can be a recipe for disaster. But like we said, they're only down 10 points, so they just have to continue to, like you said, take good shots and work their way back into it and get that energy going. And I'm sure they'll be able to do it once they get a couple stops, a couple kills, and get some buckets in transition. They'll be just fine.
I'm sorry to jump in. Is Cam Christie in the house? Remember 2 years ago, Gophers are down 14 at this point. Cam Christie had that great second half for the Gophers in his year with Minnesota. Hopefully it'll be Jalen Crocker Johnson or Tyson or somebody filling that role here and you get another comeback win.
Yeah, and Bobby Durkin needs to continue to look for his shot as well. He's getting a lot of cuts, but he needs to come off that screen, and if he has a glimmer of, open look at that basket, he needs to let it go.
Gophers go with their starting 5. Reynolds and Tyson with 2 fouls each, so we'll monitor that. Here's Osama off of a Crocker Johnson screen. Top of the key for Tyson. Holds the ball over his head. Ball fake, and now to Osama with 17. Back to Tyson. Man-to-man for Penn State. That's Mike Rhodes' staple. And now out front for Crocker Johnson. 12 to shoot. Reynolds to Tyson. Comes off of a screen. Driving. 16-footer. Good. Curled it in to start the half. He's in double figures with 11. The lead is single digits. 41-33. Penn State by 8.
Yeah, great job right there by Tyson to turn down the three and step in for the nice pull-up at the elbow.
Here's DeLeon into the paint. His shot, heart of the lane, good. Took it right into the heart of the lane. And backpedaling there was Tyson. Didn't want to pick up a third. And DeLeon now continues his hot streak. He's got 15. That lead back to 10, 43-33. Asama bobbled out front. Now gains possession, gives to Reynolds. He's left open, won't shoot the three. Gives in the mid-post right. And this is Crocker Johnson backing down his man Reed. Takes it up, missed it, got his own rebound. Put back is good. And a second chance opportunity there for Jalen Crocker Johnson, matching his first half output, 2 points. And those second chance points, thanks to Affinity Plus, means $25 for each of those points, $50 from Affinity Plus to Second Harvest Heartland. Every time the Gophers get a second chance point, it's $25. We want to thank Affinity Plus. Gophers have cut it again to 8, 43-35. Here's a guy falling out of bounds, tried to save it in. It's scooped up by Asama like a shortstop. Now to Reynolds, corner three by Durkin, no good. Weak side rebound, Crocker Johnson fighting with it, and we have a tie ball. Rice and Crocker Johnson. Penn State will get possession. Boy, that three would have cut it to 5 had it gone down.
Yeah, but that's the idea. That's what they want to do. They, got the steal, got out and run, was able to find Durkin for a wide open shot. But also on that last possession, I like them going to Crocker Johnson against Reed. Reed's knocking down all these threes. We need to force him to play defense on the other end, and he doesn't look like he has a chance down low against Crocker Johnson. So I like that matchup in our favor.
Man-to-man defense here for Minnesota. Mingo off the screen. He nearly lost it, but stays with it, wearing that face mask. Looks like Batman out there. Now out for Reed. Back to Mingo, left wing in front of the Penn State bench. Gives into the corner with the basketball. This is Eli Rice. Now he finds Mingo, goes into the paint. Shot up, blocked by Asama. Oh, and then Isaac couldn't hang on. It was tipped off of Reynolds after the block, and then off of the fingertips of Asama under the basket. 3 to shoot here for Penn State. Good D there by Asama. Inbound man will be Mingo, and Minnesota will want to be hugging tight here because with 3 to shoot, you don't want anything easy here for the Nittany Lions as they lead it by 8. We're 2:01 into the second half. Inbound to Stewart. His shot is up short, and the rebound to Tyson. Quickly out for Reynolds, centering the basketball. Working to the right of the wing. Finds Crocker Johnson. Now back to Reynolds. And away from the ball, there's a hold. Tyson cutting to the basket, and Eli Rice was hugging him into the paint. His team's first foul here of the second half. 21 to shoot for Minnesota, down 8 here. Sub coming in. Tunja back in out of Turkey, 6'5" freshman. A 4-star recruit. We mentioned in the pregame, this Penn State team had the #1 ranked recruiting class in the Big Ten, partially because it was so big, 7 guys, but also 4 top 200 kids. Here is Crocker Johnson, back to the basket on the wing right. He had it poked away, lost his footing, tracks it down, but couldn't keep it. Stolen away, Tunja, and here comes Penn State. Pass ahead to Mingo. He lost the handle, got it back. Here's Reed, a 3. That one bricks badly. Rebound tipped, and it comes off offensively to Stewart. Reynolds was trying to fend somebody off, and now Stewart gets around Durkin. Shot, yes, and Tyson's 3rd foul. Second chance opportunity. They got the stop, but couldn't get the rebound. And not only is it salt in the wound on the bucket, it's more salt in the wound on Tyson's 3rd. And Stewart's first field goal. He has 4 points and had 2 free throws. Remember, on the flagrant on Tyson in that first half. He'll be at the line here. The lead back to 10. Gophers had a 3 in the air to cut up to 5 2 possessions ago, and just like that, it's back to 11. 3-point play, 46-35. Grove in, Tyson out with 3 fouls. Boy, that was a costly non-rebound there. Little token man press here. Asama working against Mingo. Now they jump it. Double team. Pass ahead to Durkin, and he lost it out of bounds. Unforced error. Asama looked unprepared for that jump trap there.
And I was just going to say, Penn State has been looking to do that, in the very first half, but, the Gophers were clearing out. So right there, he got caught up with one of the Gophers trying to clear out. They're back to the basket, and they jumped him. But he's going to have to be ready for that and just try to blow by the guy.
Minnesota now with 7 turnovers, 2 already here in the second half. Penn State forces 12. Remember, Mike Rhodes came from that Havoc defense at VCU. He was an assistant coach for a number of years, went to the Final Four with Shaka Smart. Here's a shot up Reed, no, and the rebound comes off to Reynolds. That was about an 8-footer, and Josh Reed finally missed back-to-back shots. Lob down low in traffic. Good catch, Crocker Johnson. Pivots, layup, good. What a risky pass there by Reynolds, but he gets the assist, and now stoppage of play. Something came in from, I don't know if the Gopher bench or fell off of a player, but they just stopped the play. They clear the floor, and the lead back to single digits, 46-37. Crocker Johnson now with 4 here in the second half. 16:35 to go in the basketball game. Out front, Freddie DeLeon backing down Osama, kicks back out to Reed, and now to Mingo. Just 2 points. Third straight game, Minnesota's held the leading scorer to the other team to 2 at half, and then previous 2, the leading scorer went off in the second half. 2 to shoot for Stewart. Step back on Crocker Johnson, and he got the bucket. Wow, that is a tough shot. You will allow a guy to try that all day, and he knocked it down about a 15-footer right baseline, falling down, fading away, and the lead is 11, 48-37.
Yeah, good defense by Crocker Johnson, just better offense right there.
And out front, a foul called on 7. That is Stewart trying to get through a screen, his third. Away from the ball, not a shooting situation. Brings us to our under 16 media timeout. 15:56 to play in this basketball game. Penn State at home leading Minnesota 48-37. The Celeste St. Paul Hotel and Bar is a faithfully restored former convent in the heart of the city. Relax in your room or cloister in the bar, and always enjoy complimentary breakfast. A hotel that is devoted to you like none other. Go to CelesteSt.Paul.com to book your stay. And don't forget, for Gopher games and other U of M events, the Celeste is a simple green line train to campus. Gophers down 11. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Hey, it's Guards. The Affinity Plus is once again showing their love to Gopher fans leading up to Valentine's Day this year. From February 1st through the 14th, you can register daily for your chance to win $3,000 worth of awesome prizes. Every day features a new prize up for grabs, including Gopher basketball and hockey tickets, concert tickets at the Fillmore, gift cards, and a lot more. Visit gophersports.com/Affinity Plus each day, February 1st through the 14th. That's your chance to win a new prize. Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics, federally insured by NCAA.
No matter how you drive it, there's a Ford for you. On the work site or out in the town, F-Series trucks provide power and toughness when you need it most. It's what makes them the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. When adventure calls, the Bronco family always answers. That's because they're made for the great outdoors. With a flexible interior, the Ford Explorer adapts towards your needs. Visit your local Northland Ford dealers to find the perfect Ford for you. Plus, a great offer to go along with it. Based on 1977 to 2024 CY industry reported total sales.
Marston has job openings throughout the Twin Cities area and is seeking motivated team members to join our crew. If you have a valid Minnesota driver's license and a reliable vehicle, we want you. Earn over $18 an hour working a full-time cleaning route in your neighborhood. We have opportunities throughout the metro area. Marston offers benefits and training and is an equal opportunity employer. If you want a great job with great pay, join our ever-expanding team of building maintenance professionals by visiting marston.com or calling 651-641-1717 today.
Welcome back. We're in State College, Pennsylvania, University Park. Gophers trying to snap a 6-game losing skid. Penn State trying to halt an 8-game slide, and right now Penn State up 11. They led at the half by 10. Gophers had cut it to 8 and had a 3 in the air, which could have cut it to 5 and missed it. Gophers now 4 of 19 from 3. It will be Minnesota ball. The foul was called on the Nittany Lions right before the timeout. Tyson with 3 fouls on the bench. Grayson Grove is in, along with Crocker Johnson, Reynolds, Durkin, and Osama. Reynolds at the top of the key, coming off of a screen. They hedge hard on that. Hauser. And Reynolds was having none of it. He drove right into the paint and slam dunked it. Hauser tried to hedge it, almost hooked him a little bit, and then Reynolds said, all right, that's enough. And for Langston Reynolds, it's slam dunk number 9 on the year. That leads the team, and it's a single-digit game, 48-39. We'll take more of that, Al.
Yes, we will. I love them being relentless and really going after Big's leg and getting to the basket for the nice slam. Hopefully that gives the Gophers a little bit of pep and a little spark.
Boy, DeLeon has been tough as he knocks another fadeaway shot down, and he is now up to 17 points. He had 11 in their loss to Northwestern. He had 17 against Wisconsin. Wisconsin. Season high 25, and here's a poor pass and stolen away. DeLeon on the drive, kicking left. This is Mingo driving in into no man's land, just with 2 points for him. And now it's to DeLeon, who started the game. He's been their best guy off the bench, second leading scorer on the team. Another fadeaway shot, and that one rims out. Rebound to Reynolds. Gophers down 11, 50-39. Into the offensive end, Reynolds finds Crocker Johnson spinning, doubled, shot blocked. Mingo gets the loose ball. It's a 1-on-4. He adjusts his face mask and lets the rest of his teammates catch up. Boy, it's just been one of those days. The Gophers just can't string a bunch of good offensive possessions together. Mingo misfires on the three. Asama the rebound ahead to Durkin. Had an open three, passed it up, gives out to Asama. He'll try a straight on three and knocked it down. He rattled it home. His first three of the night, and the lead is 8 for Penn State, 50-42.
Now the Gophers are going to have to get some stops. You know, they can't trade buckets with Penn State, but they need to get some stops right now.
This would be a kill, as they call it, 3 stops in a row. Kick out front. Here's a three by Rice, no good. Rebound tipped off of Grove and out of bounds off of Grove as he had his hands on it, and the Gophers have struggled today clearing the rebound after a miss. Now, all of that said, Penn State with 8 offensive rebounds and 12 second chance points. And another opportunity for second chance points. So that technically, I guess, is not a kill yet because they got the miss but not the rebound. They can still score on this possession. I think they define the kill as 3 straight stops. Inbound comes to Tunja. Has it with a left-hand dribble to the top of the key. Screen, they hedge. Now giving right to Josh Reed, who had those 4 threes in the first half. DeLeon elevates, 16-footer, good. And he is a guy that they're going to have to contend with a little more competitively. 19 for him, and it's 54. I'll make it 52, 42. The lead back to 10. And away from the ball, another hold. I think Hauser got caught. Yeah. Nope, it's Reed. I beg your pardon.
And if I'm Coach Medved, I'm wondering, even though K. Tyson's had 3 fouls, how long do you keep him on the bench right now?
Also, remember, you talked about this the other night when he got injured. If on a bad ankle, you don't want to sit too long because that thing can stiffen up. Right. You actually, sometimes you'll see guys riding bikes or whatever just to try to keep the juices flowing. Here's Reynolds driving baseline, finds a cutting Asama left-handed layup, good. Isaac Asama with a couple of field goals in the second half. The lead back to 8. 52-44. Penn State out front with the ball. Hot hand has been DeLeon. He's got it now. Gives to Reed. Pivots, runs into Reynolds, and a foul on Reynolds, his 3rd. And the Gophers don't like the call, but there was a collision there.
Yeah, there was a lot of bumping and grinding on that play. They had to call something. There was a lot of bodies hitting bodies. I can hear it up here.
Grove and Reynolds talking to John Floyd. He was not the man who made the foul call. Shinholster coming in. No, they got him up off the bench, and then Nico says, no, we're not going to bring him in. So it'll be an inbound. Grove now, and Hauser getting a little mini lecture from John Floyd, the official, as they were jockeying for position. Lob goes into Hauser, and there's an offensive foul called on Penn State, as it was the dribble or the handoff. We see that called every now and then.
Yeah,
Hauser's foul. You hand it off and then kind of hip check the guy, and that's what they called. Mike Rhodes didn't like the call. Talking to John Floyd, it was Edwin Young who made the call. So the Gophers down 8 here. A chance to cut into it. Durkin driving left. Kick out to Asama. Here is Reynolds. Got to the paint. Not much. Now forced out of the paint. Ball tipped away. And it'll stay Minnesota ball with 16 to shoot. Tyson staying on the bench right now. Maybe they'll try to get him through the 12-minute media timeout here.
Yeah, possibly. And maybe he'll go the duration of the game. But when Durkin touches it, if he need to get one up. He's been knocking him down. If he gets a little glimmer of hope, he got to get it up.
Here's Asama, tried the 3, got it blocked, but got his own rebound. 12 to shoot. Reynolds along the baseline. Good ball fake, layup, good for Langston Reynolds, who's into double figures with 10, and now Reynolds is injured. And what happened there?
Looked like he got hit in the face.
This was after he made the shot. The lead has been cut to 6, 52-46. Gophers have hit 5 of their last 7. Now they could review that. I don't know what happened here. We don't have a replay up in the booth, but let's see what the replay happened here. And they don't show it. They started to show it and then took it off. And now there's an injured. I wonder if they just butted heads, because Rice all of a sudden kind of wobbled to the floor as well over there. Couldn't see there. We do have a replay behind us. Not sure what happened. I think they must have butted heads or something, because Rice also was shaken up. And so it'll be Penn State ball in the backcourt. Mike Rhodes and John Floyd in a fairly intense discussion there. And it'll be an inbound for Penn State in the backcourt. Gophers have trimmed it here to 6, though.
Yeah, they're right here knocking at the door, so they just need to continue to get stops and then try to find a way to get some easy baskets.
Gophers 7 of 11 here in the second half. 1 of 3 from 3. De Leon gives to Tunja. Hard hedge there by Grove. Hesitation move. Tunja got to the block and now fires it back out and threw it away. Stewart couldn't catch it. What is he complaining about? He's looking at Edwin Young like he was supposed to catch it.
Right.
I mean, he didn't get in the way.
And, you know, Coach Medved praised Grayson Grove in the pregame about how he can move his feet and guard different defenders. And right there, he switched on to a guard, was able to move his feet and force that turnover.
Langston Reynolds to Durkin out front to make it a 3-point game. And he does. Bobby Durkin, as Al Nolan requested, it's a 3-point game, 52-49. He said, hey, Bobby, take that shot. He heard you. We approach the 12-minute mark. Minnesota scores 7 straight, trying to get another stop here. Mingo, and out front, a foul called. A push on who? Grove trying to hedge on that screen. It looks like it. Yeah, Grove, a foul. 3 on Minnesota, 2 on Grove. Resets the shot clock to 20. Inbound for Mingo. Now out front, Tunja. Left side, Stewart. Elevates for a 3. Good. Man, big bucket there. Right over Crocker Johnson. Stewart, 36% three-point shooter. His first 3. He's in double figures. 8 second-half points. So lead back to 6. Pass over to Osama. Ball fake. Drives. Got his man in the air. Goes up. Left-handed layup. Good. And Isaac Osama up to 11. And the lead back to 4 now. 55-51.
Yeah, great job by Osamo to shot fake and attack the basket. I want to see him try to get to the rim a little bit more. He's athletic and has some size, and, you know, finish with both hands. So great move by him.
Mingo to Tunja out front. Lob down low. This is Reed. Shot blocked by Grove and out of bounds, and that will bring us to our under 12-minute timeout. Good block there by Grayson Grove. He's talking a little game down there. 11:15 to go in the ball game. Gophers have cut it to 4, 55-51. They've trailed by 11 a couple of times here in this second half. Cade Tyson does check in. He will be back in play when we come back. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Know what the happiest bird is? Chicken. Cub fried chicken. Wait, let me rephrase that. Know what bird makes people happiest? Cub fried chicken. Crispy, crunchy, juicy, perfectly seasoned. It's the kind of chicken that disappears faster than you can say, 8-piece, please. Or, let's be real, maybe 12-piece. Because when it comes to fried chicken, more just means more happy. So if you're shopping chicken, shop Cub fried chicken and shop happy.
No matter how you drive it, there's a Ford for you. On the work site or out in the town, F-Series trucks provide power and toughness when you need it most. It's what makes them the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. When adventure calls, the Bronco family always answers. That's because they're made for the great outdoors. With a flexible interior, the Ford Explorer adapts towards your needs. Visit your local Northland Ford dealers to find the perfect Ford for you. Plus, a great offer to go along with it. Based on 1977 to 2024 CY industry reported total sales.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Minnesota Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Live from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball.
Well, the Gophers trailed by 10 at half. They trailed by 11 on a couple of occasions. They cut it to 3 moments ago, and now it's 4, 55-51. Welcome back. We're in Happy Valley, 55-51. Not quite halfway through this second half, 11:15 to go. Mike Grimm and Al Nolan with you. We want to thank Bob Taylor, our on-site engineer, doing great work, and Cody Mackey is our Gopher Sports Network producer. Nice stretch there without Cade Tyson as well, and now he's ready to come in and maybe help try to get this team back out front.
Yeah, definitely good stretch, and the Gophers are starting to get it to the basket. Crocker Johnson got a couple layups. Langston Reynolds had that really nice electric dunk. Osama was able to take it to the basket, and then on the defensive end, Grove is blocking shots. He's switching on guards and moving his feet. So they're picking up that energy. So Cade Tyson coming back in. I look for him to be aggressive, coming off that down screen and looking to get to that elbow and knock down some threes and also get himself to the basket. But the Gophers are playing some good ball.
Gophers are 14 of 18 from 2 in the game, 6 of 22 from 3. So what you just said they need to keep doing. Yeah, Grove, who just got the block shot, deflected the inbound out of bounds, so it goes from kind of a corner inbound to a sideline inbound. 14 of 18 from 2. You're going to win a lot of games doing that.
Definitely.
Inbound with 10 to shoot now for Penn State out to Mingo. Still with just 2 points, their leading scorer. Comes off of a screen. Grove hedges on it. Mingo goes to the baseline, goes into the paint, elevates. Shot blocked again by Grove, and the rebound to Tyson. Here come the Gophers down by 4. Baseball pass ahead to Crocker Johnson on the wing left. Now deeper wing, pass down low to Grove, and a slam dunk. 2-point game. Reed fell down. The crowd thought maybe Grove shoved him down. 55-53. Minnesota's cut it to 2. 10:45 to play in the ball game. Grove with his 8th dunk of the season. Out front, Tunja gives to Mingo with 15 to shoot. Mingo driving on Awesome, a layup, good. Got to the hip and no help, and he's got a field goal in each half. The lead back to 4, 57-53. 10:20 to play in the ball game. Into the offensive end is Reynolds. Stop and start move. Takes it right to the rim. Layup. Good. They are scoring in the paint now. A dozen for Reynolds. The lead is 2 for Penn State. 57-55. Midway point second half. 10 to play. Mingo out front. Working left to Tunja. 15 to shoot for the Nittany Lions. This is DeLeon, 16-footer, rattles out, rebound, out of bounds, off of Penn State. Now that could be reviewable. Crocker Johnson got pushed to the deck, no foul there. That's not reviewable, but who it's off of certainly would be an appeal or a challenge. The Penn State crew is looking at it. Mike Rhodes out arguing. I mean, he can challenge if he thinks it's a bad call. Certainly, Crocker Johnson was on the inside and got knocked down. I don't know if he thought it was a foul on Crocker Johnson, but that would have been on Reed if anybody. So no challenge. It'll be Minnesota ball, a chance to tie or take the lead. Reynolds to Grove. They come out and challenge him now to Osama. Bouncing in the mid-post. Now the kick out. Tyson a 3 for the lead. In and out. Rebound down low and a foul on Crocker Johnson. Boy, that was thanks to Mike Rhodes just in the ear of that ref. That whistle blew before there was the shot missed.
Right. That was quick.
Crocker Johnson with 2 fouls. I mean, that's an everyday, again, it's fine, whatever, but that's an everyday play in the Big Ten that's never whistled.
Yeah, that was a quick one. And they did get Reed for that foul on that last possession, coming down and slapping Crocker Johnson in the face. But the Gophers are playing physical. I like the physicality, and Coach Cooley talked about them switching, and that's really done them some justice where they've been switching at the top of the key, and it's really eliminating Penn State to get those penetrating drives.
Yeah, you're right. That's why there was no challenge. It was a foul called, not out of bounds. Here with Penn State leading by 2. Boy, Tyson had that 3 in the air that would have given the Gophers the lead. This is Mingo working on Grove. Goes into the paint. Shot, yes, and a foul. And a good move there by Mingo as he drew the contact, I think, on Grove. And the lead, yes, it is Grove. He's got 3, and the lead up to 4. Nice move there by Mingo.
And I see the ref talking right now in the Gophers huddle. Asama got pushed a little bit. He looked at the ref like, hey, ain't no looking at the ref, though. You got to push back. You got to get back out there and get physical with the Penn State. Obviously, you don't want to foul. However, you got to bring it to them. And the Gophers have done a good job in the second half of being physical with this team, so they have to continue to do that and have to understand that Penn State is going to be a physical game in the last 9 minutes and 14 seconds. Penn State wants to get their first win in the Big Ten, and the Gophers can't allow that.
59-54, Nittany Lions to try to go up 5 here. Mingo, a 78% free throw shooter, hits it. He's up to 7. 60-55, 3-point play. They got caught in a mismatch there with the switch on the screen, so Grove was trying to guard the ultra-quick Mingo and couldn't stay with him and gave up the 3-point play chance. Here's Awesome on the wing right. Here's a pass to Reynolds. Kick right to Crocker Johnson. Zone defense here by Penn State. Durkin, a 3, that's good. Bobby Durkin now with 16, and the lead is 2. 60-58 Penn State. They answer the old-fashioned 3-point play with the long-distance 3-point play. Durkin now 16 Nebraska, 20 Wisconsin, and now 16 today. And Mingo answers with the 3 over Crocker Johnson. Poor closeout. He's at 10. 8 now here in the second half. 63-58. And now here's a steal. Crocker Johnson just had it swiped away. Mingo up with a shot blocked by Asama. That may have been off his hip. That's a reviewable play. Durkin asking the coach to look at it, because I thought Asama blocked it. Did it go off the hip of Mingo?
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Yeah. In my mind, that'd be worth challenging.
Drew says we want to review that. Drew Evenson. And the Gophers will review it. I thought live it was blocked and then it went off of Mingo's thigh maybe. And that will bring us to a review and our official first full timeout of the game. So the Gophers will review it here. They'll challenge it. And they're down 5, hopefully, to get the ball. When we come back, we'll let you know. Stay with us. 63-58, 8:20 to play from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Beats, bites, and big plays start here. Mystic Lake's Hop House is now open. Turn up the volume with live music every weekend. Savor all-star flavors that bring the heat, surrounded by wall-to-wall game day action. Legendary nights are on tap at the Twin Cities' newest sports bar and live music destination, Hop House. Now open at Mystic Lake Casino Hotel, proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics. Details at mysticlake.com.
Buffalo Wild Wings has partnered with the Gopher men's basketball team for the Gophers Win You Win promotion this season. After every Gopher men's basketball victory, fans win 6 free wings. The offer is valid at participating Buffalo Wild Wings locations throughout Minnesota with a $10 minimum purchase for 2 days following each Gopher win. Fans are also invited to join the Nico Medved Coaches Show on Tuesdays from 12 to 1 at the Buffalo Wild Wings University of Minnesota location. For full details, visit gophersports.com/BWW. Buffalo Wild Wings is a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics and the official sports bar of March Madness.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage and do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get all the perks with the PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month. See Club for details.
Welcome back. Gophers trailing here by 5. They've reviewed it. They've made no announcement. They've gone into the Gopher huddle to tell them the outcome. They've gone into the Penn State huddle. Oh, they deny the challenge. Well, we saw the replay. And I'm not sure how, because it looked like it went off the right arm after the Asama block. The only thing we couldn't see on the replay we had up here was whether Asama's foot was out of bounds after he blocked it. But it looked to me on the replay like it was blocked and then off of the arm of Mingo. But we've only seen that one replay. So the Gophers will lose a timeout and the challenge.
It was a good hustle by Osama to get back and block the shot, so now the Gophers can try to set their half-court defense and try to get a stop. You know, we talked in pregame about this being a team effort, and right now the Gophers have 4 players in double figures.
So they lose the challenge. They've not shown another replay. Here we're going to get another look at it. Now maybe after it hit his arm, did it hit Osama before it hit the deck? I mean, it's off of Mingo. It maybe caught Osama's leg, but I don't think it did. Here's Stewart on the drive against Tyson. His reverse layup is good. Wow, Stewart. He has had a big second half. He's got a dozen, and just like that, the lead is 7, 65-58. 8 minutes to play in the ball game. Boy, costly turnover there on the previous possession for Minnesota. Reynolds off of a screen, man-to-man defense, Penn State, and Reynolds turns it over. And now Crocker Johnson ties up the Penn State player, Stewart, and it will be Minnesota ball on the alternating possession. And this will bring us to our under 8-minute media timeout. So coming out of the break, we'll go right back into a break. Gophers down 7 from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Gopher fans, make the most of your stay in the Twin Cities by staying at the Gopher Athletics Preferred Hotel, Courtyard, Minneapolis, downtown. Our preferred hotel offers convenient location, competitive pricing, and a wide variety of amenities to suit any Gopher fan. Visit gophersports.com/preferred hotels for more information and to book your next stay. Courtyard, Minneapolis, downtown is a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics.
United Healthcare is a proud presenting partner of the 2026 Special Olympics USA Games because we share their vision of a world where everyone belongs and ability triumphs. We stand with the Special Olympics athletes, families, and communities as a proud supporter, just as we stand with our members every step of their journey of health, because we know what it means to have a personal cheering section and supporter on your side when you move through life's obstacles and get back into the race. United Healthcare, your hometown healthcare plan.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Gopher fans, Goldie's Run is back. Presented by Abbott. It's Sunday, April 12th. Registration now open. Run or walk with the Gophers while raising money for M Health Fairview Masonic Children's Hospital and help change the lives of pediatric patients with heart disease. Go to goldiesrun.com to register. One of the great runs in the state of Minnesota. It finishes up at Huntington Bank Stadium, and it's a good run. All right, Gophers trailing here by 7, 65-58. Alternating possession favors them, so with 13 to shoot, they will inbound. They had cut it to 2 and had a 3 in the air from Tyson that would have given them the lead, and from that point, Penn State has gone back up 7, despite Minnesota going 6 of its last 7 from the floor. They've had a couple of costly turnovers, and they've given up some shots here for Penn State. Here's Reynolds on the inbound, gives back to Durkin through his hands. They got to redial the focus here, and now he gets it back, takes it in, lost it, turnover. Never got a shot to the rim that possession. Second straight possession without a shot to the rim, and they lose their alternating possession arrow. Mingo will walk it up. He's got 10, 8 of those now in the second half. 3 straight games, the leading scorer for the other team has been held to 2 at halftime, and then The leading scorer went off in the second half for both teams, so hopefully the Gophers can keep Mingo in check. He's got it out front, gives to Stewart. Zone defense here for the Gophers. Stewart finds DeLeon. Layup good. He's now up to 21. He's just 4 off a career high, and the lead is 9. 67-58. Hopefully the Gophers are not running out of gas. And another turnover. Stewart up, shot blocked and saved off of Osama, who was out of bounds when they threw it to him. But the Gophers now on 3 straight possessions have turned it over all 3 times and lost the possession arrow. 11 turnovers for Minnesota. And they're just losing focus here, Al.
Yeah, that's what it is. They're losing a little bit of focus. They got to get locked back in this last 7 minutes if they want to win this game. They got to lock back in.
Inbound man will be Mingo, and he gives to DeLeon, who's had a hot hand. 21. He's 9 of 14 from the floor. Gives to Reed to Stewart. Stewart, a left-hand dribble, out behind the stripe, now to Tunja, and now out front for Mingo, calling for a screen with 10 to shoot. Against Osama, working right, crossed him over, not much there, good D by Osama. Kick out now, DeLeon working on Reynolds, 17-footer, good. 23 for DeLeon, the lead 11, 69-58.
And just for Gopher fans out there, viewers, this DeLeon guy is 6'5", so he's just getting to that elbow and rising up and pulling up over everybody. He's knocking it down.
Man-to-man defense here for VCU. Gophers had cut it to 2. They've now turned it over 3 straight times. Here is Durkin. Wants to drive, cut off, finds a cutting Tyson. Layup short, got the rebound late and a late whistle. Crowd didn't like it, and quite frankly, it was better that they called the foul because he had the putback layup. Now he's got to earn them at the line. Minnesota had cut it to 2 at 55-53 and had a 3 in the air that would have tied it. And from that point on, it's been a 14-5 run.
And, you know, in this game, it's been kind of tough as well with the rotations because without Grayson Grove being in there, it hurts them on the defensive end because you got somebody at the back end that can block some shots. So if a guy, you're pressuring up on a guy and you do get beat, as Tyson knocks on the first free throw, and you can get up in him, you do know Grayson Grove's, you know, in the back end and he will block some shots. So right now that's hurting them a little bit, I feel like, on defense with him being out. But obviously they need the other players' offense as well on this end.
Tyson hits both free throws. 7 for 8 from the line. He's taken just 8 field goal attempts. He's 3 of 8, 0 for 4 from 3. Lead single digit, 69-60. Gophers trailing by 9. Under 6 minutes to go. Mingo out front. Man-to-man defense for Minnesota. Gives to Reed, who had a hot hand in the first half. Not as hot here in the second half. Now to Tunja. Ball fake. Gives to DeLeon. He's working on Crocker Johnson, baseline left, single team, tries to get around him, and a hook and an offensive foul on DeLeon. He did put the arm around Crocker Johnson, and John Floyd saw it and whistled an offensive foul. Little bit of a break there for Minnesota. I mean, it was a chicken wing. It was there. You don't often or always see that called. Full court press here, and the inbound goes to Osama just in time. Down 9, Gophers got to get some offense cooking here. Osama up into the offensive end, and a foul on Mingo as he crossed half court. Jumped in front, and now Minnesota's in the bonus.
Yeah, no, on that last possession, that was a good call by there. He definitely chicken winged Crocker Johnson, but I like Osama. He's going to have to put pressure on Mingo. If Mingo's going to be guarding full court, then, hey, you got to try to draw fouls. Hey, he's going to reach, go right into his arm. So, you know, crafty move right there by Osama as he reaches, go into him and draw the foul and get himself to the line.
Osama, 79% free throw shooter, 1-1. First free throw good. He's up to 12 points, 8 here in the second half. The lead is 8 for Penn State. 5:33 to go. Missed the second. Reed the rebound. The lead is 8 for Penn State. 69-61, 5:25 to play. Off on the right with a basketball, DeLeon, who just got called for that chicken wing offensive foul, to Stewart. Stewart working to the right. Reynolds now being face guarding Reed. Now they get it to Mingo with 5 to shoot. Double team. Mingo in some trouble. Lost it. Got it back. Runs into Crocker Johnson. Shot up. No. Hit the backboard. No rim. Put back good, but the shot clock expired first. And now what do we got? They're going to, one official, Karstensen, calls shot clock violation. John Floyd is going to what? Oh, they're going to check it. They're going to check to see if the putback was in time. I don't think it was. Oh, they did. John Floyd did call a foul on Durkin on the putback attempt. So Karstensen immediately calls the shot clock violation, and John Floyd calls a foul on Durkin. So if the shot clock went off first, the foul's waved off, and I don't know if it did. It definitely, the putback was after, but was the foul before?
Yeah, and he definitely fouled him. He got a little bit of that forearm in his back while he's in the air, so the ref's going to call that one, but it was close.
Watching the replay, I think there were a few tenths on the shot clock when Durkin initiated the contact.
That'd be a tough break for Minnesota, though, because they did a great job of D'ing up and almost had a shot clock violation right there.
Yeah, even how Mingo got out of that double team, he just lost the ball, but nobody knocked it out, and then he just picked it back up. Let's see, they continue to talk it over. Edwin Young explaining it to Brian Cooley. And I think this one's going to go against the Gophers as well, it looks like. John Floyd and DJ Karstensen still talking it over. No announcement, but Nico now being told, and he doesn't look happy about this one either. Here's the announcement.
The foul occurred before the shot clock violation. Fouls on red 3. The Penn State ball out of bounds, 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Now, I guess I don't know. I don't know the rule here. The shot went in, so if you're in the act of shooting before the shot clock goes off, why wouldn't this be an and one? Right, for Penn State?
Or at the line, but you know, Gophers got 5 minutes though. Yeah. They're down 8 points, so they're gonna have to pick it up right now. They're gonna need stops, kills,
and they got another miss, but they couldn't clear the rebound. 12 offensive rebounds for Penn State. Gophers are getting out-rebounded 27-23 by a team, Penn State, that does not rebound well, and they're missing their 7-footer. Here's Reed in the paint. His 12-footer is all net. And the lead back to 10, 71-61. 4.5 to play. Reynolds gives to Durkin. Now back to Reynolds, 18 to shoot. Gophers just have had not much zip, much pep in this one. Asama, kick back out to Crocker Johnson. Jalen, a handoff to Asama. Now feeding down low to Crocker Johnson. Kick out, Reynolds, open three, right wing short. And now a tie ball. It'll go to Penn State on the rebound. Asama, nice job there to come in on De Leon, who had the rebound, and tie him up. That will give Penn State the ball, but it also will give Minnesota the alternate possession arrow after the inbound. Boy, Penn State's been pretty good shot making.
Yeah, they've been making some tough shots. That's the thing. They've been making some tough shots.
28 of 57, 49% on the day. Team that coming in is shooting 46%. De Leon out front, between the leg dribble, gives to Tunja. Comes off of a screen, and Reynolds now picks him up. Right wing Stewart against Tyson. They hedge briefly on Stewart, now working toward the block. Kick back out, Tunja, good drive, floating layup. Oh, he short-armed it and missed it. Reynolds the rebound, stumbling out. It's a 3-on-3. Can they get some transition points here? Here's Tyson, ball fake. Did not shoot the three, has it again on the wing, goes baseline against Tunja. Backing him down. Got his man in the air, got fouled, he'll go to the line. Tunja, good play there for Tyson. Back to the line, and we're at our under 4-minute timeout. Minnesota down 10, down to 3, 31 to play. Washburn McCreevy Funeral Chapels and Cremation Services, family owned and celebrating over 165 years of serving families in the Twin Cities, and a proud supporter of Gopher basketball. Visit the webpage at washburnmccreevy.com. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Minnesota Gopher Premium Suites are your ticket to unforgettable game days.
Steps into the circle, he scores!
Enjoy exclusive amenities, prime views, and a private space to cheer on the maroon and gold with friends, family, or clients. Whether you're closing deals or making memories, a premium suite takes your Gopher game day experience to the next level.
Elevates for a three. Got it!
Don't miss out. Suites are limited. Visit gophersports.com/premium. Elevate your game day experience.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage and do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get all the perks with the PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month. See Club for details.
Are you looking for concert or sports tickets? As a local Minnesota company, Ticket King is a company you can trust. They have seats to fit every budget and even offer parking or tailgating passes, and all tickets are guaranteed. Each order is personally attended to by one of our dedicated customer service representatives who are committed to providing you with a courteous, professional, quick, convenient experience. Visit us at TicketKingOnline.com or call us directly at 612-341-4131.
Well, the Gophers are going to have maybe their most impressive comeback of the season. 71-60 when they trail by 10. 3:31 to play on the road here in Happy Valley. Penn State looking to get its first win of the year in Big Ten Conference play. They've lost 8 straight games overall, 0-10 in the Big Ten. And the Gophers trying to snap a 6-game skid. And just, I think you mentioned it is like for a time here, they've just been kind of running in the mud here, stuck in the mud. And well, if they're going to do it, they're going to have to get out of the mud now.
Yeah, they definitely are. And maybe Coach Medved, in my mind, might draw up something on the defensive end to try, to speed up Penn State, cause a little bit of chaos, maybe, trap the ball off the ball screen and try to create a turnover with 3 minutes and 31 seconds to go. And them being down 10 points, you got to try to create as many possessions as possible right now for the Gophers. And then we always talk about the foul game, and Penn State right now is 8 for 8 from the free throw line. So, later on, as time dwindles down, that might be an option as well, but they're shooting it so well from the free throw line, that'll be tough. So it'll be interesting to see kind of what the strategy is here moving forward.
Tyson at the line. He's 7 of 8 at the line. He's got all but 2 attempts for Minnesota. Gophers are with that make now 9 of 11 from the free throw line, 82%. Tyson now with 8 points from the line, 6 from the floor, and 14 points for the game. Second one is also good. He's up to 15. The lead now is 8, 71-63. Gophers with some full court press and an inbound and a timeout. Mingo was triple teamed right on the baseline, and he had to burn a timeout, which will leave them with 2. Possession number, remember, favors Minnesota. And down by 8 with 3:28 to go. The Gophers are going to need some stops here, preferably quick turnovers.
Yeah, so they threw out a nice little diamond press, out of the free throw, which surprised Penn State and forced them to call a timeout. And that's what the Gophers are going to need. They're going to need to be energetic and try to create some turnovers and hope that they can get Penn State moving a little bit too fast for their own good. And then, like we talked about, create some more possessions in this last 3 minutes and 28 seconds.
And now the inbound man cannot run the baseline after the timeout. After a make on the free throw, they were allowed to run the baseline. So a little bit more challenging on the inbound, but certainly now they'll be a little more prepared, knowing that Minnesota's going to probably need to press the rest of the way here, down by 8, 3:28 to play. Gophers had cut it to 2 back at 55-53 and had a shot from 3 in the air to potentially take the lead on a little run. Missed that shot, and they just haven't been the same since. And it's been a struggle most of the day. The inbound does go to Mingo. He's double teamed. Now they reverse it to Reed. He fires ahead at half court to Stewart. He'll get it to Tunja, and they break the press. Now they'll take their time with 3:18 to go and 18 on the shot clock. 8-point lead, Penn State. Mingo, the point guard, with it. Gives him the right wing to Stewart. Crosses over, working on Reynolds. Now to Tunja. And now back to Mingo. Waits for a screen from Reed. They hedge on it, and Tyson tried to get in front, and a foul, and that will be free throws 1 and 1 for Mingo. Tyson's 4th. we talked about Mike Rhodes going the old-fashioned way, and not that old-fashioned, but, within the last 5 years, no one's taking 7 freshmen now in the transfer portal era. So he's got 7 freshmen. I mean, some of these guys are pretty darn good. So the question is now, can you keep them, right? Because now they show, and now because of the portal, who knows who comes in and tries to swoop and get guys. But I'm telling you, if he keeps this core group together, in a couple of years, these guys are going to be a force here. You're not going to want to come in here now. He missed the free throw, didn't Mingo. The rebound, Minnesota down 8. So time to come back here. 2:55 to go. Reynolds takes it right to the rim. Up, shot good. And one. He drew the foul, Langston Reynolds. He's up to 14 points. The lead is 6. And a free throw here from Reynolds would make it 5. And that came quickly. 2:54 to go.
Great move right there by Reynolds, just getting downhill to his right hand. He's a lefty, but he loves to drive right, and he was able to finish with the contact.
Reynolds in the last 2 games is 6 of 12 from the free throw line, but remember the prior handful of games he had been really good at the line. Tyson with 4 fouls comes out defensively here. Grove, who's been really good defensively, is in. Reynolds free throw, good, all net. And the lead is 5, a 2-possession game just like that. Reynolds with a nice coast-to-coast take. 2:54 to go. Full court press again. Reed needs to find somebody, and he does to Stewart. Along the baseline, back to Reed, centering the ball. He takes it into the offensive end. Lost his footing, stolen away. Reynolds now a 1-on-3. Passes to Durkin. 3 in the air. In and out. Grove, the putback is good. Time out, Mike Rhodes. It's a 3-point game. Reed just lost an edge like he was ice skating. Fell down, the ball rolled to Reynolds. He found Durkin, missed the 3, and Grayson Grove, who came in for defense, gets the putback. Johnny on the spot, and it's a 3-point game, 71-68.
But that's exactly why Coach Medved went to that press. He wanted to get that ball into somebody's hands who wasn't used to bringing it up, which is Reed, is their big man. So he's bringing it up full court, full speed, and he has Jalen Crocker-Johnson, hunting him down from behind, trying to get the back tip, and, he's not used to that. So then he slips and falls, and you create the turnover. So great job by Coach Medved coming out with that press and be able to create turnovers on back-to-back possessions.
The Gophers trailed it by 11 at 6:20. They trailed it by 10 at 4:30. So in under 2 minutes, they've gone from 10 to 3 here. They're on a 7-0 run. And Grove stays in now, of course, because they want him on defense. They don't want Tyson to pick up that 5th foul. The two of the 3 overtime games they've played in this 6-game losing streak, they've had to play most or all of the overtime without Tyson.
Yeah.
And, who knows where this game heads, but you're going to want him on the floor in offensive situations for sure. And Grove has been really good on defense, blocking shots, getting rebounds, and here an offensive putback, a second chance point for Minnesota. And now the inbound, and immediately Mingo is trapped and lost the ball. It's on the deck, tie ball, Minnesota basketball. Mingo was double teamed. Crocker-Johnson stripped it away. It hit the deck. Mingo went to the deck, got his hands on it. Crocker-Johnson got his hands on it. And now here comes Tyson in for Grove offensively. And with 2:35 to go, the Gophers find themselves right in the ball game here. One possession, a 3 here would tie it. Durkin to inbound from under the basket, right side as you look in. And he lobs it in for Reynolds at the free throw line to Durkin. Open 3 for the tie. No. Rebound tipped and a foul. And who are they going to get this on? If it's on Penn State, it'll be Tyson going to the line. And it will indeed be on Stewart. And Tyson a chance to make it a 1-point game. I wasn't sure because both those guys were along the baseline, hip to hip.
Yeah.
And they give it to Penn State on that foul.
Great fight by the Gophers in these last couple of minutes of really just amping up the pressure on Penn State. Was able to get a lot of turnovers. Great job right there by K. Tyson and getting them a second chance opportunity and getting himself to that free throw line.
2 shots, double bonus, free throw good. He's 10 of 11 at the line, 16 points, 2-point game. And if he makes this, it would be a 1-point game. It's an 8-0 run now in the last 60 seconds. And now a 9-0 run and a 1-point contest, 71-70. And now Grove back in defensively. Penn State now with 6 turnovers here in the second half, 9 for the game, but a couple of costly ones in the last couple of possessions. Reed running the baseline to try to get it in. Better find somebody, and he does get it to De Leon. He's in the backcourt. Gophers retreat now, and we'll go to the half court. Down by 1, Minnesota. Man-to-man defense. Penn State gets a play call from the bench. And Mingo has it on the right wing. Reversing now to Tunja and gives to De Leon. Trying to turn the corner, gets into the paint. Shot is up and good. Took it right to the rim, and that matches a career-high 25. The lead is 3. That stopped the faucet for the Nittany Lions. 3-point game, 2 minutes to go. Reynolds off of a screen, takes it right in, layup, good. Langston Reynolds has found something getting downhill. He's up to 17. The lead again is 1, 73-72. No press that time for Minnesota. Into the offensive end is Mingo. Grove staying in the game. There's been no stoppage of play. Minute 35 to go. De Leon against Grove, backing behind the three-point stripe. Gophers trailing by 1. 90 seconds to go. De Leon against Grove. Step back 3 over Grove. Short rebound. Asama. Gophers can grab the lead here with a minute 20 to go. Let's see if Reynolds tries to get downhill again. Waits for the screen. Working left. Nothing there. Now stop and start move into the paint. Got knocked off. Ball comes to Durkin. He lost it. Now it's loose and a tie ball. It'll be Penn State basketball. Durkin was moving a little too quick. He thought that, I think he just got a little rushed. The ball just trickled to him under the basket. He was looking for the layup, and he just took his eyes off it. Couldn't get it. That would have put them up. But it never got out of his hands to the rim, unfortunately. So the alternating possession favors Penn State. 1-point game. Gophers not pressing now. They can play straight up defense. Tyson stays on the bench defensively. A minute to go in the game. Penn State by 1. Mingo out front, waiting for a Reed screen. Not much there. 18 to shoot, 55 seconds to go. Mingo toward the paint, into the paint, reverse layup, good. 3-point game, and a nice take by the freshman. 75-72, 40 seconds to go, and a timeout Minnesota. 46 seconds to go, I should say. That timeout was to get Tyson back into the game. Gophers will be left with 1 timeout. Man, you look back at that play. Reynolds drove, may have gotten fouled, right? Got nudged, lost the ball. It trickled to Durkin, who was all alone under the basket, and as he looked to go up, he just couldn't quite get the ball in his hands. And then the ball went the other way toward the baseline, and a Penn State player went to get it, and it was a tie ball. So the Gophers have been close on a few occasions to take the lead here in this second half. Couple of threes in the air for ties, and they just haven't been able to do it. But a big offensive possession now.
Definitely a big offensive possession right here. So you're wondering, 46 seconds is plenty of time, so they can go to get the best shot. They don't necessarily have to have a 3. They can look to get a 2 as well. It's been really successful. Reynolds getting to the basket. Also, Tyson has been able to get some boards, maybe getting Tyson down there on the block to go one-on-one and try to. He's done a great job of really drawing fouls, shot faking and drawing fouls and getting himself to the line. So be interesting to see what Coach Medved draws up right here.
It'll be a sideline inbound by the Minnesota bench. Arrows back in Minnesota's favor. Each team with a timeout to go. We weren't sure back at the 4:20 mark when the Gophers were down 10. In fact, at the 3:35 mark, they were down 10.
Omar, ¿cómo ha sido para ti dirigir Santurce, el equipo de Santurce estos últimos 2 años y finalmente ganar el campeonato?
Una de las mejores experiencias que he tenido.
Here, I mean, a 3 would be great if he can get it, but Minnesota is 7 of 27 from 3, 26%. Durkin is in the corner left. Tyson will be the inbound man. Asama is 1 of 6 from 3. They lob it into the backcourt to Asama. He's working against De Leon. Brings it up into the offensive end. Bounces to Crocker Johnson outside the elbow. Fake handoff, spinning. Works into the paint. Layup, good. 1-point game. Crocker Johnson used almost a play-action pass. And it's 75-74, 1-point game. And a ball is deflected and stolen away in the offensive end of Penn State. And Minnesota has it. Reynolds takes it right into the paint. Layup, no, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. We think. Now John Floyd has come in. Edwin Young, I think, called the foul. It'll be 2 free throws here.
Yeah, and great job on that press breaker by Osma. They threw it over the head. He went up and contested that, was able to fight the Penn State.
They might call this, is this going to be called a
player, and allowed it to stay in bounds for the steal for Reynolds to get it?
I think, yeah, they called goaltending here. Floyd came in and called it goaltending, which gives the Gophers a 1-point lead. That is a challengeable play here by Penn State staff, and it looks like they have issued the appeal to look at it. Oh, actually, under 2 minutes. That is one of the rules that the officials can look at under 2 minutes. So Floyd came in and said the shot was blocked on the way down or after it hit the backboard. And Minnesota, for the moment, folks, has the lead in this game. Couldn't tell by that angle if the guy even hit it. Now we got an angle. Boy, that's a tough one. I don't know if he hit it. The look we have behind us, it looked like it was at its apex, but I don't know if the guy got a finger on it or not. Let's listen.
I was going to say that's kind of tough for them to call the basket interference on that one.
So the Gophers, for a split second, had the lead. They take the points off. I think that's right. So they came in. I was wondering, John Floyd came flying in. That's what he didn't signal. The only thing that tipped me off was when Edwin Young signaled 1 free throw, and I'm like, hold it a second.
Yeah, the refs kind of he stopped the ref. You know, was kind of talking to him, and he kept doing the 2 sign. And then that's when, obviously, you notice whatnot. But on that last possession, like I said, that diamond press has really done the Gophers some great job. They've been able to get steals. Again, they threw that over their head. Osma tracked it down, was able to contest it and tip it back in bounds for Reynolds to get it. And Reynolds went right to the basket, was able to draw the foul.
Double bonus, Reynolds to try to tie it with this first one. Free throw is good. Langston Reynolds now with 18, and we're deadlocked at 75. 31 seconds to go. And this for the lead. Free throw, short. Rebound back tap, but it comes out to Penn State, and they can hold for 1. There's about a 1-second shot clock, game clock difference. And out front is Mingo. Tie ball game. Similar situation at Penn State when the Gophers had a free throw in the air to take the lead, and they couldn't get it, and it went to overtime, and they lost. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Here's Mingo to the paint, spinning, in some trouble, really in some trouble. Oh, he traveled, no call! No call on the travel. They take the lead and now steal the inbound, and the ball game is over. They missed the obvious travel on the play. Mercy. And Penn State wins it 77-75. Nico is chasing Edwin Young down, showing travel. They all swallowed the whistle and missed the blatant turnover. And Penn State breaks the Gophers' hearts again. And the Gophers cannot catch a break from the stripes at any point in this ball game. None of the reviews went their way, and the travel is just ignored. And we'll take the post-game break. First, though, we owe you station identification. Let's give you 10 seconds. This is the Gopher Sports Network. Final score, Penn State wins it 77-75. Caden Mingo got walled up by Crocker Johnson, traveled to get out of the problem. No call. He made the shot from about 5 feet, and then the Gophers on the inbound had it intercepted, and Penn State wins 77-75. Post-game show coming up. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Gopher fans know the power of a great team. M Health Fairview University of Minnesota Medical Center is ranked the #1 hospital in the Twin Cities by U.S. News and World Report. This is more than an award. It's a reflection of our team of doctors, nurses, and staff who deliver world-class care so you can be at the top of your game. As the official healthcare provider of Gopher Athletics, M Health Fairview is proud to serve people across the state.
You depend on CenterPoint Energy to deliver energy for what matters most to you, your neighbors, and throughout the land of 10,000 lakes, so we can all make a better tomorrow. That's why we're investing in the latest technology to reduce emissions, offer rebates on qualifying energy-efficient natural gas equipment, and provide energy-saving programs that help save you money. Look ahead at centerpointenergy.com/futuremn.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
The holidays remind us of what matters most: family, love, and being together. At the Wellshire Memory Care, residents and families share those moments every day, surrounded by compassionate care in a community that feels like home. As we celebrate this season, let's honor the dignity of our loved ones and cherish the joy they bring. From everyone at the Wellshire, may your holidays be filled with peace, comfort, and lasting memories. The Wellshire, where dignity, care, and joy live together.
I'm Clay Geary, former wide receiver for the Minnesota Gophers.
And I'm Ben Utek, U of M alumni, Super Bowl champion, and Tony Dungy Uncommon Award winner.
We understand championship culture, which is why we are part of the True North family of companies.
True North invests in only elite teams, like the champion team at True North Mergers and Acquisitions, Minnesota's largest seller of companies. To learn more about True North and our diverse family of independently owned companies, visit thetruenorthfamily.com.
This has been Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball on the Gopher Sports Network from Learfield. Gopher basketball has been brought to you by Minnesota Lottery. If you're game for a little excitement, just say, I'm in. This is the Gopher postgame show.
Penn State wins it 77-75. The Gophers take another punch to the gut. They've lost 7 in a row that have all been heartbreakers. 10-12 overall, 3-8 now in the Big Ten. Won't get easier. They're back home. Michigan State Wednesday. That game will tip at 6. We'll take care at 5:30. Penn State gets its first Big Ten win of the year. They're now 10-12 overall, 1-10 in the Big Ten. They'll play at Michigan Thursday. That tips at 5:30. Time for our scoring summary, brought to you by alumni-owned True North Mergers and Acquisitions, part of the True North family of companies. True North M&A serves business owners with companies generating up to $250 million in revenue. Minnesota with 4 guys in double figures. Reynolds with 18. He was 7 of 8 from the floor. The only miss was a three-point shot. He was 6 of 6 from 2-point range. Tyson with 17, Durkin with 16, Osama 12, Crocker Johnson with 8, Grove with 4, Shinholster played and did not score. 25, matching a career high for DeLeon for Penn State. Mingo with the game winner, he had 14. Reed with 18, and for Reed, that's his 6th straight game with double figures. He was 1 off a career high. That is his Penn State career high. He had 19 for Cincinnati against Oklahoma State last year, and Stewart with 12. 6 for Tunja, 2 for Hauser. Rice and Blackwood played and did not score. Alumni-owned True North Mergers and Acquisitions should be on your team roster if you're selling your business. Understand your options and maximize your results quietly and confidentially. Visit TNMA.com. More post-game show coming up. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
No matter how you drive it, there's a Ford for you. On the work site or out in the town, F-Series trucks provide power and toughness when you need it most. It's what makes them the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. When adventure calls, the Bronco family always answers. That's because they're made for the great outdoors. With a flexible interior, the Ford Explorer adapts towards your needs. Visit your local Northland Ford dealers to find the perfect Ford for you. Plus, a great offer to go along with it. Based on 1977 to 2024 CY Industry reported total sales.
Imagine getting insider access to your favorite Gopher student athlete, exclusive events, behind-the-scenes content, and unique experiences that bring you closer than ever. That's what you get as a member of Dinkytown Athletes. With memberships starting at just $10 a month, every membership directly supports Gopher student athletes through NIL opportunities, helping them grow on campus and beyond. Take your fan experience to the next level. Visit DinkytownAthletes.com today.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
You depend on CenterPoint Energy to deliver energy for what matters most to you, your neighbors, and throughout the land of 10,000 lakes, so we can all make a better tomorrow. That's why we're investing in the latest technology to reduce emissions, offer rebates on qualifying energy-efficient natural gas equipment, and provide energy-saving programs that help save you money. Look ahead at centerpointenergy.com/futuremn.
Golden Gopher men's basketball is back in action on Wednesday, February 4th, as they host Tom Izzo and the Michigan State Spartans at Williams Arena. Tickets are going fast. Head to Gophers